Welcome.
Holy shit, we did another one.
It's been a very long time.
Very long. But this is the I'm Not Going to Work Tomorrow podcast.
It's been a whole season.
Basically, yeah. It has. It's not winter anymore.
Yep. The podcast did not get to experience the runniness of John's nose. Also, John.
Hi.
How's it going?
You took a whole, hiatus and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people get busy.
Life
I was
happens.
going to say the writers needed to go to work for a little bit, catch up.
Yeah, we had a writer's block, you know what I'm saying?
Put out a full season.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a writer's strike there, so I mean that might have something.
Yeah, we went on strike. Fuck it.
That's the story now,
That's
and we're
exactly
sticking to
what
it.
happened.
We write all our own material.
We went on strike from our own company.
Yep. I'm not taking no more of this shit. Yes, you fucking are.
Just work.
It does be that way sometimes.
Yeah, between work and side projects and shit, and the Dungeons and Dragons games that we play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We started a new one of those.
Yep.
Yeah. And a real good time.
We're like 6 sessions in. We haven't reported. We're playing Descent into Avernus.
Yeah. Been fun. Eads is running the game.
Yep.
I am playing a human barbarian.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
I'm playing an Asimir Divine Soul Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Very
who's
fancy.
Very bard-like.
Yeah.
Very bard-like.
Very bard-like.
Con man.
I feel like John kind of bleeds into his characters times. Although I can't say much mine do
I don't
too.
know. I don't think I'm very bard-like.
I don't know.
In my daily life.
You've been playing this character pretty spot on, dude.
You've definitely got vicious mockery in your back pocket.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's...
I mean, that's a bard's bread and butter right there.
fucking, my life plus 12 years of construction and
Yeah, you just learned to
roasting is the way to go.
Yeah, it works.
chirp. Your roast skills are on point. If I could give you any compliment, that would be the
Appreciate it.
highest
That
one.
made me feel good
Yeah.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, keep it up, and you'll earn yourself an actual vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I told you, you just have to.
Yeah, it's pretty much just do it at this point.
Yeah, I'll give you a vicious mockery if you give me just one little excuse to. Just give me one.
Just make it happen.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll just make it available to you. You can pick the next time you get a cantrip, pick that motherfucker up. You absolutely have access.
Is vicious mockery a cantrip?
Sure is.
Fucking A, right?
Fucking hey.
There you go.
I thought I was going to have to burn a spell slot.
No, you can just... You get a vicious mockery. You get a vicious mockery. You get a vicious mockery. Everybody gets a vicious mockery.
Your mom's a whore, you fuck chickens, and you look like a dog with 3 legs.
Imagine walking into a bar and you're so profane you murder everyone in the room.
Oof.
You could do that with your words.
Yeah.
You're such a dick, everyone dies.
Yeah.
That's
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 power
John.
right there.
There you go.
That's some power right there.
It is
I mean,
powerful.
between that and hoovering up all the schneef and hitting them with your nose, I mean,
Hey man, trifecta of death over here.
yeah, I mean,
Well, the nose roasting. I mean, you absorbed every bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a sponge.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I fucking wear it like a mask of joy.
Yeah.
That is not a mask at all. It built into my face.
Yeah. Just actually joyful.
Yeah,
you know what your
It's
next
there.
character should be? It doesn't matter
Just
what
go
the
with it.
it doesn't matter what the
Isn't it
race
fucking
is.
Kinku?
No, although they do have a very large
I'm
nose.
saying.
That's not a nose. That's literally a beak.
Yeah. I mean, what is a beak but a nose for a bird?
Lips also.
It's kind of their
Dual
everything.
purpose, but no, you should make a character where they use their nose as a weapon.
Oh fuck.
It could be like
Loxodon.
there
elephant
you go.
people.
The elephant people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could use your nose as a club.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
sure could.
Do that, man.
I think I am.
Done.
Or if we ever play like Spelljammer or something, you get guns and stuff.
Ooh.
You could just have 3 guns.
Hell yeah.
Your trunk would be holding the 3rd.
Yeah. Like,
You got to
Mhm.
incorporate more nose into your D&D.
Hey, man, we can't all be perfect.
This is like asking me to incorporate my fucking tits in D&D.
I mean, there's ways.
Look, man.
I mean, yeah.
I roll a 3 every time we do dick size. How much more do you want me to incorporate myself?
Goddamn.
I mean, if we're basing it on that, then Bjorn is nothing like me. He's swinging a fucking hammer.
This motherfucker rolled a 12 for dick size and said, yes! Finally!
It's the only time in my life I've ever gotten to be the biggest dick person in the room.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Well, Dungeons and Dragons is a place for everything, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Where you live your wildest dreams.
Most definitely.
in Kevin's wildest dreams is surrounded by small wieners.
I think he can settle for just surrounded by wieners.
Hey. I don't need that many. Okay, just a few.
It doesn't take that many to get around you.
Yeah. But that's why I've always wanted to go to Asia. Just feel like a really big dude.
Yeah.
Go
Me big American man.
It's like, oh, we can compete with your massive American penis. You have a whole 4 inches.
We are so small as Japanese penis.
My brothers, I'm just like you.
I have found my home.
Goddamn. Well, this edition flipped out of control a while ago. Got away from us there.
This podcast is brought to you by Dick Racism.
Dick racism.
Wow.
That's 2 words I gotta bleep. What the fuck did you say?
Well, we're talking about small dicks.
Oh.
And I guess, it takes one to know one, so.
Oh. Makes a lot of sense. There it is.
Yeah, it is. It's not actually racism. We all have the same thing.
Right. It's just, but they're, That's a stereotype.
I mean, to be fair, Harvard says you can't be racist
Towards wieners?
Asians.
Oh.
But
Harvard says you can't be racist towards...
Yeah, they, not can't, but, they made, their entrance exam harder for
Oh, yeah, I remember that. No, this is
It was
real.
Harvard, or it was Harvard or Princeton, one of those two.
It was, I think, a couple Ivy Leagues, actually.
Yeah.
And so...
They
were like, we're trying to get more minorities. Well, what's a minority in an Ivy League college? Well, apparently it's white and black people.
Yeah.
And there's a shitload of Asians.
Yeah, they were tired of seeing so many fucking Asians.
Wow.
So
at the same time, though, they put in the work to get there.
Yeah.
So
they deserve to be there.
Why you try to kick them out now?
Yeah, why are you trying to make it harder for them specifically?
It's really fucked up.
It's pretty fucked up.
It's like reverse racism.
Yeah, it's like
I want to say the shit even went to court. It was.
And their argument was, well, Asians are naturally smarter, and that's why they keep getting in. So we want more minorities. So why don't you change the program? Why don't you lighten the program for the minorities? If that's the issue, if they're not passing your thing.
Or maybe, we could fortify schooling up to that point, but
Don't they have diversity programs and stuff?
See, this is the kind of weird thing I think about with these colleges is that the reason they want other people to go there is because they're losing out on money.
Right.
A college is just a business with more steps.
And Harvard and Yale and those fucking places like that, they used to be fucking...
And they were one of the only couple of colleges you could go to.
Yes, but all the people who spoke like this went there. They played croquet in the court.
Yes.
Yes.
But, now, they're losing funding because they can't get in there, but they've done it to themselves.
Yeah, all that old money's gone, dude.
Yeah, and people aren't invested as much as they used to be in a college education. It's not getting you as far.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
No. I mean, the three of I'm pretty sure none of us hold any kind of diploma other than from high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, high school diploma.
That's it.
I'm a certified forklift driver.
Oh. I'm a certified forklift driver trainer.
Oh.
certified scissor lift and aerial boom lift trainer. Get to be a CPR trainer.
You know what
Yeah.
that says to me? Those that can't do, teach.
If we're just showing up,
Nah. There was a lot of do.
I know. I'm just yanking your nose.
I spend a lot of time on an exterior forklift doing shit that you're not supposed to do it in.
well, that's the shit you have to do.
It's the way you get it done, but then OSHA steps in and makes it all difficult and shit.
Yeah, those guys. I once had to move a Woodmiser sawmill across crazy hilly terrain. I'm talking like 3-4 foot dips with mud holes on a 1955 Windham with no brakes, an upside down Chevrolet transmission.
How was it upside down?
Because it wasn't made to go in that tractor, it just fit. But it had to be upside down because of the way the front end loader is situated.
No wonder they were able to make that thing work. Usually an upside down motor doesn't like to do that.
Upside down transmission.
The thing on the back side of the
I
motor.
know what it
So, like, instead of being upright like it was designed to, it's turned like this. So, what you experience is the gears are backwards.
Oh, it's backwards, not upside down.
Yeah, but still.
Like the cylinder head is still the top of the motor.
Yeah.
Well, you see, with the way you were talking about it, you made it seem like the cylinders were like this, opposite.
So we talking like pan up or down?
I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. It just, first was not where it was supposed to be, is what I know.
It was just backwards.
Yeah.
It wasn't upside down.
Well, it was.
I mean,
you
can
get
see.
my confusion here.
Yes, I do, because I thought he literally meant upside down.
Okay, because I've flipped vehicles over and they don't run upside down. They don't like that. The oil is supposed to be in the bottom, not top.
I figured the transmission would still do what it was supposed to do if it was upside down, but I mean, I guess not.
I don't really know a fucking thing about transmission. I don't know shit.
A lot of gears and a lot of hydraulics.
I run the things. That
I will say I've worked on a lot of different cars. I used to work on planes. Automatic transmissions are a mystery to me. As far as I'm concerned, power goes in, and then magic happens, and then power goes to the rear wheels, and that's how that works.
Sometimes that magic is rattly.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes that magic stops, and you have a problem.
Yeah, and then you hire a wizard.
Then you gotta call a guy. You can do just about anything else with a car except transmission.
That was a tough fucking transmission, though. You had to grind your way into reverse to stop if you're going downhill. And we did that like 7 times a day. We had to dump sawdust down a hill.
I'm pretty sure that's not good for it.
I bet you that thing still runs to this day.
Yeah, it does. It's alive. It has a sister that's not alive anymore. But, now getting sort of pieced.
Well, like most things made in the 50s, not all of them are alive.
Well, it wasn't all the way done. It just needed some help.
Yeah. Much like people.
Yeah. What's the sketchiest thing you guys have ever driven? I should turn that off.
Sketchiest thing I've ever driven?
Yes.
Yeah, I've owned a lot of sketchy vehicles, actually. Jugs was pretty sketchy after I got my hands on it.
Say probably LOL, which is a telescoping forklift.
Mm-hmm.
While with the boom extended all the way out and up with a 30-foot pole light by a tow strap on it.
Hey.
Oh.
Going over rough terrain to set the pole.
Now, if we're going on all vehicles,
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I drove a four-wheeler one time that was not a four-wheeler. Had only 3 wheels. Supposed to have 4. And it only had 2 gears.
Kevin's story. I sat in the slingshot. That's it.
It was supposed to have 4 wheels. It only had 2 gears. It had reverse and it had third. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, non-existent. But you could get around town on that thing.
So you get a particularly steep hill.
And just don't go sideways. If you got over like 3 miles an hour, you could not turn that fucking thing.
Wow.
I had a Ranger that I had for about 7 years, and it was broke down for 4, and it was not consecutive.
Oh. That sounds like a shitty Ranger.
You had that thing for 7 years?
About 7 years, yeah.
Really?
I sold it 3 years ago.
I'm
Right
glad.
after we moved to Atlanta.
Huh.
When I bought my current truck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about how the wife's van was. We owned that thing. I bought it in 2018. We just sold it last year. So it was 18, 19, 3. So we owned it for 5 years. It probably only actually ran without problems for about 2.5.
Yeah.
That thing was a piece of shit. Never buy a Dodge Grand Caravan.
Mm-mm.
Especially don't buy one when you just sold your favorite truck ever that morning with all of your friends' kids at your house and only a little tiny Honda to get them anywhere. And then mistakenly tell your wife, well, I guess you're getting a van today. That was a bad mistake on my part.
He regrets that heavily.
Very much so. Very much so. We had, let's see, year 2, mine. We had like 5 or 6 kids at my house and a 5-seat car to get them everywhere. And we just loaded them up in the car, went to the dealership and bought that stupid fucking van.
Oh. And that's the one you kind of scoot around in a while, or you did before you got the knee.
That's the black van. That thing. I hated it so much. You know what my brother called it? It was a goobermobile.
The Goobermobile.
The goobermobile.
That's pretty bad.
It was definitely a goobermobile. I hated that man.
My little brother got a stupid car once.
Your little brother's owned a lot of cars.
This was before he had the junkyard that he has now.
Oh.
Hey, this was way before he even was considering being a mechanic. He rolled up to Pawpaw's house once with Brandy in the car in this brand new little Chevy Spark, lime green, shining.
Oh boy.
And he got out proud as fuck, and I doubled over. You just climbed out of a fucking booger, dude. Did you pick that thing out of your nose when you got here? And he fucking immediately was so crestfallen. I felt kind of bad. I really fucked him up. I've always...
he worked hard to buy that little
He
thing.
was so proud because it's brand new, and I fucking ripped him a brand new asshole. I'm sorry, Kevin. I did the same thing to him about some Converse shoes in high school. That was kind of a...
You wore Converse shoes in high school.
Yeah, but he got some rip-off ones, and I laughed at him. I think that's had an effect on him. It seems to consistently be a thing.
You seem to be a bit of an elitist here.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
I felt bad. I still feel bad. I don't give a fuck about your shoes. It didn't matter then. It doesn't matter now.
No, but it is kind of fun to mess with your little brother.
Yeah. I was a little too good at it, I think. Anyway.
I like to mess with my little brother.
It's fun.
Yeah. I like messing with my older brother, too. He's actually a pretty easy target sometimes.
He seems like he'd be real sensitive about something.
He can be.
Is he sensitive about the size of his teeth?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
called it out immediately because that's what I would make fun of.
I mean, all the Heinzmans have the same teeth.
Kind of.
Yeah, but some faces fit better.
Fair.
I have a pretty big head and face and things, and so my teeth are proportionate. His face is much smaller. There was a joke. He did high school rodeo, which I didn't know high school rodeo was a thing until he started doing that. But he did bareback bronc riding
Bareback bronc.
Yeah, and
Wow.
he got kicked in the face one time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he got bucked off the horse. Like, you know what bronc riding is? It's like bull riding, but with a horse instead.
Yeah.
They wrap a rope around the horse's nuts to make him jump.
What?
Yeah, they do it with the bulls too.
Whoa.
That's why they get so pissed off and try to get you off of there. They could care less if you're up there most of the time. But
they don't want a rope on their nuts.
yeah, I mean, you know, if you think about it, I don't blame the thing. I'd probably jump around and holler too if you tied a rope around my nuts.
All this time, I thought they were just naturally that aggressive, and that kind of eased the morality of it.
Yeah, I think a large portion
of
of society would not like a rope around their nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least 50% of the population.
I don't think it's quite that high because there's some of that 50% that do.
Yeah, but we're talking about like a fraction of a percent of a fraction of a.
All right, so we're living in a say okay, we're in a different society. All right, bovines rule the world. Cows are the
dominant species.
Yes,
we're all minotaurs.
Yeah, we're minotaurs. We're just people, and they decide that it'd be funny. You know, it'd be kind of cool because humans are naturally a little aggressive. Tie a rope around their nuts and hop on their backs and see what happens.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'd probably jump around and holler.
Yeah.
I'd want that motherfucker to get off of my back.
I think we'd probably be crushed because a minotaur will be a hell of a lot bigger than a human.
No, we got to trade places completely. We're as big as a cow. They're as big as us.
Oh, shit. All right.
We got hands and feet and shit, but we're fat. We're fat as fuck.
Fuck.
Like B-word fat. You know what B-word fat is?
What is B-word fat? What's the B word?
It's like where you gotten so fat, everything just kind of like, bleh. I went to get a biscuit.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Hey, you know, like when you get so fat, you just kind of got jowls, and it gets in the way. It's like, I went to get a biscuit, and it wouldn't go, and I wanted the biscuit.
I forgot to put the cheese on my biscuit.
B-word fat.
I'm gonna go home and bathe in a bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
Maya Rudolph in that show.
It's a fucked up show, but goddamn, the hormone monsters are fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, they are. That first season was pretty good.
Bubble butt.
Bubble butt.
I just.
Oh, she's like, "Why do you smell so good?" She's like, "I don't use deodorant. I only take bubble."
Like, I wanted to take a bubble bath with her because of that. Just the way she says bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
Sounds sexy.
It kind of does the way she says it.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of by design.
I believe it is too.
Yeah.
Still.
And we're specifically meant to find it.
Yeah.
It worked.
You know, we're not that far from that hormone monster stage.
Yeah, hormone monster is in all of us.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Maurice.
The hormone monster.
Maurice?
My dicks are getting away!
Oh my god! Put your dicks away!
Oh, shit.
Dude, I wanted to shoot the TV anytime that character talked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. The shame lizard.
The shame lizard. I thought it was the shame wizard.
Yeah, it was the shame wizard, but the coach was like Shane Lizard.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
The coach was weird.
Yeah, he lived on a diaper barge.
A diaper barge. Dude, that show got weird.
Yeah.
Real weird.
I think Nick Kroll was smelling
quick.
his own farts a little too much on that one. You know, they came out with another season of it. There's like 7 seasons of that shit now.
I'm not going to be able to watch it.
It's just got a little weird.
Yeah. They started showing naked parts and stuff, and it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quit probably around the 4th season.
Yeah. I mean, it was really, I liked the premise to start with. As soon as they introduced, like, the whole, like, the Society of Hormone Monsters and how he was assigned. They had to expand on the lore. It got less cool. It was more cool that it was just a weird, unexplained, non-structured manifestation of his angst.
Yeah.
I
mean, it does kind of make sense that there would be like backgrounds to it, though.
Yeah, but it's less fun than the original backstory, which was like he was born because an alien came to the planet Earth and fucked it. That was why he.
What?
Yeah. The hormone monster explained that's how he was born.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah,
Oh, either.
some weird thing came to Earth, stuck its dick in a fucking crater, and after this weird, steamy, like volcanic scene, hormone monster exploded out of the volcano.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Yeah.
And he's been here for millions of years.
Somehow bureaucracy just kind of naturally occurred there.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I liked the weird part better.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Stan Marsh from South Park reached out to Satan for help
Oh, yeah.
with his gambling problem. It wasn't even gambling; it was just microtransaction spending.
Yeah. Fucking microtransactions.
Fucking microtransactions, dude. They're trying to put that shit in our Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
They're trying to put that shit in our Dungeons and Dragons. They
That's
have
not
been
cool.
for some time. They're trying to change their whole format to be a VTT, a virtual tabletop, so they can compete with Roll20, which we use.
Yeah.
So maybe they are onto something.
Well, I mean, with one D&D coming out, and they tried to monetize the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, okay. In Wizards of the Coast defense on that, though, like, they're a business. Their whole thing is to make money.
Yes.
So you can't really get mad at them for wanting to make money on their intellectual property.
Yeah, they should want to make money. That's fair. But, they could do that plenty of ways. They could keep releasing supplements. All their supplements were kicking ass. They were a fucking freight train. Like, they were making tons of money on every book they released. And then they decided they were going to fuck it up by fucking with the OGL and trying to go after the money that their third-party creators are getting. And pissed off their whole community. And said, no, we're doing this. And they released a statement that said they were doing that. They just released the document they were going to change the OGL to. And it was pretty clearly worded that they could backdoor you for like $100,000 or something like that. If you make $100,000 or more, you have to split all your earnings 50-50 with it.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Something like that was it. I could be off, but it was pretty profound. The amount they were going to charge people who actually were good at making third-party content.
Yeah. Which, I mean, this is just history repeating itself because where Pathfinder came from.
Yeah, this is why Pathfinder exists, this exact thing. But unfortunately, Pathfinder 2nd Edition is not real fun to run. There's not a lot of running the...
I don't even know what Pathfinder is.
It's basically a D&D offshoot. Back when like Wizards was going from 3rd gen to like 4th gen, they did a 3.5 kind of thing, and nobody really liked the 4th edition, and so they were doing something very similar to what they were doing about a year ago with the open gaming license, and they were trying to monetize the shit more. And so these guys made Pathfinder, which was basically D&D, but like from Temu.
Well, it's a little better than that.
It's better than that.
It was 3rd edition.
Yeah.
It was 3rd edition's rules, but cleaned up and polished and made super duper streamlined. And then third edition D&D decided, oh well, we're going to do something similar. We're going to release 3.5 and have updated versions of our rules. And honestly, I have met more 3.5 players than I have original Pathfinder players, but I've met plenty. I've met people who swear by Pathfinder, who loved it. It was fucking awesome.
Some of the rules do make pretty good sense. Like, they don't have like a movement action, bonus action type thing. You just have 3 actions. So you can either attack 3 times, or you can get 2 movements and an action, or however you want to get there.
Yeah, you can dash. You could dash attack. You could dash attack dash. You could hide dash attack. You could dash, hide, attack, so on and so forth.
That sounds quite useful.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's pretty nifty, and then how they did like proficiencies and
Do
stuff.
they limit
like
your
that.
spells? Can you spell?
I don't remember. I only briefly read through some of the bigger talking points of it, like a year ago.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it seems useful. There was a few things that I thought was weird being a 5th edition player, but if you were from 3.5, then you would probably be able to jump into that shit and just almost no refractory period, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I played Pathfinder once, the original Pathfinder. Never played 2nd edition. But I had no complaints about the rules. It was pretty sound and fun to do.
Yeah.
It was just Dungeons and Dragons. You just had different numbers you rolled for different things. The same shit.
I mean, it's still a D20 system, so I mean, it's not that hard to pick up.
Yeah, you just had ranks and skills and stuff. I kind of like that better. Like 5th edition is a little broad and vague with its skills and ability scores and shit.
Yeah. One thing I will give to D&D though is that Pathfinder doesn't have kind of like the breadth of monsters and stuff that you can fight. Like you have your core things, and it doesn't have a whole lot in the character creation. So like races, classes, and things like that. There's a few different classes I thought were kind of neat. Like they had a few different versions of rogue, different versions of like a wizard and things like that. But
dude, I would want to see like prestige classes 5th edition. Like a prestige class back in the day was a really specific class that you had to take several different levels and different classes to get to. Like a platinum knight. A platinum knight is a paladin who serves like Bahamut. The dragon god.
good dragon.
Yeah, you had to take a couple levels in fighter with this ability, and a few levels in paladin with this ability, and one level in monk and some shit like that. And at the end of it, at like level 12, you are platinum knight. You can do crazy cool shit.
That sounds fucking cool.
That would be pretty neat.
Like dragon based shit, and you had to have the experiences that led to that to get the abilities that you earned at the end of it. I think it's really fucking awesome. It gives you an early capstone. You don't have to get all the way to level 20, which you aren't going to do, to get like a complete character.
Yeah.
How often do you actually get to level 20 when you start with a level character?
Almost never.
It's very rare.
Yeah, like 0.01% of the time.
I mean, most of the especially if you're doing a published adventure.
Yeah.
The highest I've seen is like 8.
Yeah. You'd just have to be a dedicated group and just play and play and play and play.
That's why, in a lot of classes, your capstone isn't really 20. It's like 17, something like that, where you get like the really cool shit. And then the next 2 levels, you get a few things, but it's like, it's not as awesome as some of the earlier stuff.
Yeah.
It's not this giant leap that you get.
I think D&D was designed a long time ago to make it so, if you wanted, you could just play and grind this one character up and get him as good as possible and better and better and better. Keeps getting new shit. You just have a picture of him in your brain. Fucking, you're writing all this shit down. There's no digital fucking maps and shit.
Yeah.
There's no Google to find an image. You have to fucking draw it or find somebody to draw it or just imagine it real good.
Well, and like with the original D&D, they, like Gary Gygax and them, they just would continuously play.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would have games that lasted a month of every single day for like 12 hours a day. Like they were doing this for their fucking job because they were kind of.
Yeah.
And they would grind out for months on end with these characters.
People used to really live, huh?
So that sounds kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah. Just do whatever the fuck you feel like doing. It's a little different nowadays. There's things expected of us.
We didn't invent largest gaming world.
That's pretty fair.
Gary
But it wasn't
Gygax.
at the time.
Not at the time, but I mean, they were making money off of selling the books and the published adventures, because these published adventures were literally just whatever Gary came up with.
Yeah.
And wrote it down. They played it out. And
he made up Beholders. That is my favorite D&D monster of all time. Beholders are so fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the quintessential D&D monster. It's on like several of the books.
Yeah, Monster Man. That other monster. And
that other one too.
Yeah, that one that's not quite a monster manual, but it kind of is in the back.
And Xanathar.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Xanathar's got everything. Yeah. It's a supplement, but it's also a monster manual. So it's for your players, but it's for the DM.
It's for everybody.
They tried to make sure they could sell it to both players and DM.
Yeah.
Because players need it and DMs need it.
Got some handy stuff in there.
Cool creatures, cool rules,
cool classes.
Subclasses. Yeah.
That's where the planar warrior comes from, didn't it? Planar ranger or something other like that. It was the one you ran when I did the one shot.
Oh yeah, I think that might have been Tasha's. I can't remember. I honestly couldn't tell you. What that is the planar. God damn it! He's not the Gloomstalker. He's the
Yeah, it was a Gloomstalker Ranger.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that's what you played. And I specifically made a Beholder as like the BBEG of that fucking little one shot, and you specifically built, without knowing what I was doing, built the ultimate Beholder killer.
Yeah, fuck Beholders.
I gotta find some other monsters if I'm gonna try and get you with something.
Well, I don't know that I've ever been got before. Well, I played a sorcerer once. Met this guy named Rahadin. He sucked. He was invisible. Kid. Casted, what is that fog death spell?
Poison. Fog. No.
Whatever. It sucked. It sucked ass. It was terrible. I hated it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Did you hate it just because you lost, or did you hate it just because you hated it?
Well, it was mostly frustration that I was completely useless here. God damn it, dude. I just had nothing for the guy. I just didn't have anything for Rahadin. Just had to wait for the rest of the party to do stuff. I kept hitting sickening radiance in this one spot, and he'd just scamper out of it. Whatever.
I feel that with my little sorcerer a lot.
Yeah, because a lot of my spells, I required line of sight on him to cast them. And he was out of my line of sight, so I had to. My only option was sickening radiance, which is just a big area effect, and I had no idea if I was getting him or not. I was just pot shotting, and I got him a couple times, but for the most part, he had my fucking number, dude. He kicked my ass. It was such a terrible experience when I played the son of that sorcerer. I played an Echo Knight. He started as a rogue, and I was just being a crit fisherman. I was an assassin rogue with the magical adept feat, so I could get a familiar. And then I took Echo Knight fighter, and the DM narrated that the Echo I was actually being haunted. He knew that I was going to go Echo Knight later on, so he haunted me with Rahadin. Rahadin's ghost. I kept having these weird nightmares, and he's the son of a sorcerer who is technically a beholder. Now, beholder dreamed him up, but he has human form, and he dreamed up his son. Now his son is so worried he's going to reproduce. He knows he's a beholder. He hates it. He's completely different than his dad. And he keeps having these nightmares about a dusk elf with screams coming all around him. So this character, Rahadin, when you were within 10 feet of him, you could hear the screams of all the hundreds of people he's slain. He's cursed. So I keep having these dreams of this dusk elf approaching me, and then I hear screams, and I'm like, this is fucking Rahadin, isn't it? You're sending Rahadin... Fuck you! Fuck you! How dare you!
You brought him back.
Yeah, he fucking... He attacked me with Rahadin's actual ghost, but we together had to fight him again. And I had to fight him a second time. But I was a rogue this time. I could do stuff to him. And I ended up mentally enslaving him. And he became my echo. So I could pop him up wherever I wanted. Make Rahadin beat the shit out of people.
So, like, how does a beholder have a human form and just, like, I guess I'm just not familiar enough with the lore.
Okay.
I need you to kind of nerd
I'll
out
elaborate.
a little bit
It's
here.
because he said it is.
Beholders, the way they reproduce
Yeah.
is they dream of other beholders. And then another beholder appears.
Oh.
They manifest them into reality with their dreams. So if a beholder, if a blue beholder, per se, was to fucking kill something and get splattered with blood, he might see his reflection like, I'm red now. I wonder what it'd be like to be red. And he'd go to sleep and he might dream about a red beholder and poop, there's one right there. And that red beholder, just like the blue one, believes that he is the pinnacle of creation. He is the end of the line. He is as good as it's ever going to get. He's the best. All beholders believe that.
Beholders are kind of arrogant pricks, aren't they?
Yes, ego. With a capital O, because they're round.
They have that big eye.
Yeah. And if they are too close to each other when the new one manifests, they will fight to the death. So sometimes it nips itself in the butt. But other times, no. So this particular character's backstory was, there was a beholder once upon a time. He was an Eye of Flame beholder. So all of his shit was like fire flavored. And one day, a group of adventurers broke into his lair, like you do, and tried to steal all of his stuff. And they were succeeding. Because there was this barbarian in the front, wielding a big magical axe, and, bragging the whole time about how he was the strongest in the world, and he was wielding the greatest power that could ever be wielded. And he was saying this as he was kicking the shit out of the beholder, just kicking his fucking ass. And the beholder's like, what the fuck? And, he bails, he escapes with his life, but he's absolutely petrified. He's like, God damn it, I have the greatest power that ever lived. It's me. I have that. How can he also be wielding it? So he dreams that night about an adventurer who has powers like him. And he dreamed up my character. And my character's name was Axe. He's a manifestation of that beholder's dreams about the warrior with the axe. And every spell he cast was in the shape of an axe. So Firebolt was just a flaming axe that I threw up to 120 feet away from me. Just fun,
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The barbarian that was beating up the beholder, was that from a previous game that you had played?
No, I just needed that to be a thing so that I could
Okay.
make this character. It was all just. It'd be a lot cooler if it was true, but I just needed an excuse to make an adventurer who was technically a beholder. So what? I just thought that would be really cool. I was just looking at sorcerers. I knew I wanted to make a sorcerer, and they have something in their bloodline, and I was like, well, how would you do a beholder in your bloodline? That's my favorite monster. So I had to look up how they reproduced, discovered how it was done, how the deed, got did, and they have to dream about other beholders.
That's pretty cool backstory.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
The DM liked it too. I got to be a
It
beholder
is
by the
pretty,
end.
pretty badass.
In the final boss fight, I got to realize my true form.
Nice.
So
Shoot beams.
You became
A beholder.
A beholder.
Yeah.
Like a stereotypical one eye, big ball.
Yes! I was awesome!
Well,
I could just see, there's a lot of problems with, that version of reproduction. Because, what if he gets the sniffles and takes, some Delsum and just dreams about a shit ton of beholders?
Yeah,
That's called Hive.
that'd be really bad.
There's lots of weird kinds of beholders based on that specifically. Like the Eye Tyrant, like an undead beholder.
Oh.
And he's just a skull without an eye in the middle. And he's what happens if a beholder dreams about death.
Shit.
So, y'all know who Patton Oswalt is, don't you?
Yeah.
He tells a joke about taking Ambien. and the crazy fucking dreams that you have. You know, he gives the analogy of, you know, when you dream normally, you kind of walk down a hallway with a whole bunch of doors, and, you know, when you dream normally, you just open one door. So there could be, you know, a clown behind the door, you know, maybe be a nightmare. Go to another door, there's Demi Moore with her tits out, you know.
Hey-o.
But when you take Ambien, all of those doors open at the same time, and there's just shit running everywhere. So then you just have a giant Demi Moore chainsaw-titted clown.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Everything.
So what if a beholder took Ambien? Then you'd have a chainsaw-titted Ambien clown beholder.
Yeah.
Probably with a 12-inch cock.
I think at that point we'd call it a
think that would be small for that beholder, because, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's just terrible.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That oof. That one's going to have a cursed existence.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
And it thinks it's perfect. Yes.
What if it just gets fed up with humanity because, you know, they don't look like him?
They're all
If he's perfect and these people are running around here, they're not perfect. They have to be gotten rid of.
Well, sometimes other beholders, I mean, they'll see him as a useful thing. You know, the way humans see pigs as useful, or dogs.
Tool for the means justify the end. You know?
Yeah.
Or end justifies the means, whatever.
Right. You want something, adventurers have it. So, you know, my deal with them. You just poot.
No, I'm burping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just doing it to the mic, dude. You're being rude right now.
Sorry.
God, John, why do you have to be so rude?
I was trying to sneak it.
Not here. No, sir.
No, you do that out in the open like a man.
Yeah, my bad. Fuck.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is a safe space, goddammit.
Oh, thank you. It's between excessive burps and explosive shits. I've had a pretty rough couple weeks here.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I've had some explosive shit.
Oh yeah.
I had one yesterday. It was I'd you know, put an explosive tag right on it.
Fucking assholes like a gas-powered pressure washer, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking spray all the way.
Oh, I thought I had it bad.
Yeah. Fucking. Plus side is like shit times are nowhere near as long. You go in there, explodey, and walk away.
Like you go in, you paint the bowl, and you run.
Cool guys never look at explosions.
No, it's more like there's so much pressure it hits the bowl and fucking spreads about.
So is
Paints
this
the whole
this
thing.
because of that candy bar diet you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you're dropping bombs and shit.
Oh, dude,
Well, he's
it's
eating
crazy.
nothing but fucking fiber. It's a goddamn
Yeah,
oatmeal raisin bar. Fuck.
Goddamn terrifying.
So this diet.
Yeah.
Explain this.
Oh boy.
I too am also curious.
All right. So you eat. Fuck. You do 6 meals a day. Well, excuse me. Okay. You ingest food 6 times a day.
That's more apt.
5 of those ingestion periods are called fuelings, and there's a couple of different ways you do it. They've got shakes, they've got like bullshit chili, they got like
Suppositories.
they've got like fake brownies and shit.
Wait,
But-
they have chili?
It's bullshit. It's not chili. It's like chili.
Chili adjacent?
I wouldn't even say adjacent. Like, you know, if you explained chili to a vegan that had never had chili and was kind of curious about it, and then they wanted to like
Make their own take on it.
their own take on it,
Yeah.
but they were also from fucking Mars.
Okay.
Okay, this
Alien vegan, I got you.
yeah, this would be the chili.
So
Oh.
I have a sidebar real quick since we're talking about chili. I had the worst chili I've ever had the other day.
Yeah.
I bet you I can beat it.
I don't know. This had pineapple in it.
What?
Yeah.
I like pineapple. It's a good flavor contrast for those kinds of things.
No, it was not. It had all the makings of being good until they put the pineapple in there. It was the only ingredient.
Do you
that
like
fucked it up.
pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I love pineapple on pizza. I
Okay.
think it's a great contrast to the salty and the sweetness, you know.
Fucking fantastic.
I had a bad experience
It
with
does
pineapple.
not belong in fucking chili, though.
I was attacked by a pineapple when I was. Ever since I've been trying to overcome my fear of pineapples, and one day I will, and I will blossom. And I'm the symbol the city needs.
Did you get it shoved up your ass or something? Like
I'm the watcher on the walls, Kevin. No, we had a sandwich day when I was in kindergarten. This actually happened.
Oh boy.
We had a sandwich day in kindergarten, and the teacher said, "Okay, anything you touch that you want to put on your sandwich, you have to eat it now. We only have so much." And I got bread and bologna and cheese, and I saw the pineapple, and I never had pineapple, and I kind of wanted to try it, and I reached for it, and as soon as I touched it and felt the texture, I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to eat that." And I looked up, and the teacher was looking right at me. And she's like, "You touched it, you got to eat it." And I was like, "I don't want to." And she made me take it and put it on my plate, and I ate my sandwich. And she tried to put it into my sandwich, and I just couldn't eat it. And I just ate my sandwich like it was. And she said, "You're going to eat that pineapple." I was like, "No, I don't want to, though. It made my tongue itch." And she said, "You're going to eat it." And she literally pushed it into my mouth with her thumbs. Like,
wow.
Yeah, she gripped my jaw and forced it into my mouth and was just shoving it in there. And, yeah, I haven't forgiven pineapples. I haven't forgiven them for that.
Hey, man, I'm just saying that was your teacher's fault, not the pineapple's fault.
yeah, the pineapple's actually
Don't
pretty
blame
good.
the pineapples.
The baseball bat didn't care if it bludgeoned that kid to death or not, but it was still there. It was still used.
I feel like these two stories may be related.
It was probably the same teacher.
Yeah. Whoops.
Now the cat's out of the bag. Anyway, continue with your fucked up.
I was a strong
weird diet.
5-year-old. Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Where was I with it?
You do 6
They
feet.
have weird chili.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
So, I'm just doing the most convenient fucking option, which is the bars, which are basically like granola bars, some of them, and some of them are like protein bars.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all 110 calories no matter what you do. And you eat 5 of those a day, and then 1 lean and green meal. And by lean and green, they mean a lean meat. Try not to put too much extra fat in it. And then 3 servings of greens, whether it be, like fucking lettuce or broccoli or collard greens, asparagus, something along those lines.
So if I can get this right here, so you're eating 5 bars, 110 calories a piece. It's 550 calories.
Yes.
What's the calorie cap here? I know there's got to be something.
You're trying to stay under 1,100.
Okay, so if you have 550, that means you have 550 left.
Right.
You have to squeeze that into one meal.
Yes.
So
This is
you're
the
eating
worst
like
diet ever.
you're eating some croutons.
No.
Well, those are carbohydrated. Aren't
Yeah, you're not eating any.
You're not even allowed to have. That's too much for you, dog.
No. Like, you gotta think, like, 6 ounces of chicken breast is like 230 calories. And then 3 servings of broccoli at 30 fucking calories a piece. You're nowhere near your limit.
You can eat as much chicken and broccoli as you want to, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. And
You know-
I get fucking creative with the shit. Like, I'll take my Dutch oven and throw the chicken breast in there, and just like every seasoning I own, will bury that motherfucker with some olive oil. And I've like started cooking the chicken in like pepperoncini juice, and that shit is actually delicious. Pepperoncini juice has saved my life. I've actually cooked my broccoli. By far the best way I've ever had broccoli.
So I have another question.
Imagine a Del Taco diaper might taste good after eating granola bars for 3 weeks.
Some of those granola
That's
bars
part
are
of the
fucking
question.
delicious. Some of those granola bars are fucking delicious. Like, not gonna lie.
So I know you've thought about this because you've been doing this for how long? Like, what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
What are you gonna eat when you're done with this? What is your, like, I'm finally fucking done, I want this?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought on it. I think The biggest thing is I really want to make some focaccia now.
What is focaccia?
Focaccia.
Gotcha.
Focaccia?
It's
Yeah.
bread. It's an Italian type of.
Is the fucking sourdough thing?
I meant to write you, but I forgot you.
Yeah. So, like, I really want to do that, make some of that shit. But no, I don't have anything specific that I'm like dying for in the meantime.
Not like a giant juicy cheeseburger with onion rings or fucking hot wings, a steak.
Definitely drinking a beer.
Oh yeah, because you haven't been drinking.
Oh, speaking of drinking, goddamn, we need some. We need to
We
make
need some
drinks.
glasses.
Yeah, y'all can keep the party going.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh yes. By the way, Powers Whiskey, if you're listening,
We love you.
we'll totally take a sponsorship. Reach out to us. Hit us up at the I'm Not Going to Work Tomorrow podcast at gmail.com.
There it is.
And, you know, please, for the love of God, continue making the Irish Rye.
Yes, it is our favorite.
We're not sellouts, but I'll say anything to get me money.
Also, Yingling, same offer.
Yep.
I'll see you again in 3 months, maybe.
I go through a couple 12 packs of that a week. So,
I think before I started the diet, I was up to like 4.
yeah. I think we've collectively just about kept Yingling in business.
Absolutely. Sad face.
Sorry.
Speaking of which, let's a little ASMR.
Oh.
Everybody quiet. ASMR.
That is a crisp yang-a-lang.
Delicious.
So I had a sip of Yangling earlier today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you cheated.
Well, I guess. But I decided.
Do that in the mic.
Yeah, no, you missed it.
That's fantastic.
It's a good pop. Brand new bottle. Just bought it today.
Dude, we're fucking cavemen.
Ooh, that smells good.
We're totally cavemen. Dude, okay, so we ate salad for dinner tonight, and my wife asked me, so what did you think of it? I said, it's good. It's good. I was like, well, what's the matter? It's like, my caveman brain is not happy with this. There's no meat.
Yeah, I don't understand a meal without meat.
I don't either. We've been doing, it's not a diet, but we've been doing like the meal prepping thing where we basically pay this company to do our grocery shopping for us, kind of. It's worked out pretty well money wise. And they send you all the stuff with the directions and on how to do it and all that shit.
Oh, you're talking about HelloFresh?
Yeah, but it's not that one. It's a different one.
Oh, HelloFresh. We'll also accept I'll tell this guy how much better your shit is.
Yeah. I'm Not Going to Work Tomorrow podcast at gmail.com.
All of our 25 viewers would love.
So, like, I cooked lamb chops tonight for my lean and green meal. I've never cooked lamb chops before.
It's just like a steak. You got to do it
treated
real rare.
Exactly like a steak.
Yes.
But I also, like, you know, when I went to go do the butter bath, like, I caught a recipe earlier that said, you know, about making, like, taking a dry white wine and reducing it and making a sauce.
Yeah, make a pan sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I didn't have any dry white wine.
You can do it with red wine, too. It makes pretty good.
You can also do it with Yangling.
How about that?
And it turns out really
Let's
well.
Get a quick. Cheers, fellas.
I had
That's pretty good.
I didn't know we were doing that. I took a sip earlier. I had it in my mouth though when we clicked, so
Yeah, it counts.
hadn't consumed.
That's
Sure,
pretty
not
good.
the first time you've had it in your mouth.
Oh.
It's probably not the first time today.
Well, I've been getting caught with stuff in my mouth before I was supposed to get it there a lot lately. Yeah.
You know.
I forget about grace. Yeah. I'm sitting here with a mouthful of pizza, and they're like, "Hang on, we gotta say grace." Oh, woo.
I never understood praying over like pizza and hot dogs and shit.
We literally prayed over pizza today. No, we prayed over fucking cheesy bites, bro.
Bruh, let me eat my goddamn cheesy bites in peace.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
Caroline's stepfather, he says a real quick, concise grace. Everyone. All right.
That's the good shit right there.
Yeah.
My papaw had it the best. Good food, good meat, good gravy. Let's eat. All right, come on.
Yeah. Rub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for the grub.
And my stepdad and uncle, they drag it out. It's like that preacher, the Baptist preacher. He just kind of he starts here, he goes up, and then brings it back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord, for this bountiful harvest on my table, and thank you for my children, and for my wife, and for my children's children, and for my parents, and for their parents. And thank you, Lord, for the delicious flavors on this table.
I didn't know Steve just showed up. It's pretty good whiskey.
It's pretty good, but I'm not.
The rye's better, I have to say.
And especially for the price.
Yeah.
It's cheap?
Huh?
Cheap or?
The rye is half the cost of this, literally.
Oh.
I mean, this is good.
Because this doesn't taste cheap.
No, it does not.
This tastes.
It's not.
Yeah. It tastes like this would give Jack Daniels a wedgie. You know what I mean?
Oh, this would beat Jack Daniels over the head with a
This should
Jim
not
Beam
be
bottle.
in the same conversation as Jack Daniels.
No, it's actually kind of sacrilegious, honestly.
This is. There's like 5 Jack Daniels.
It's a powerful drink.
Yeah.
Right. I drank Gentleman's Jack for a while there.
It's actually pretty alright.
It was alright. It's not nearly as good as this.
I don't like sour mash.
Yeah.
It's got a slow burn. I could only drink it with like fucking Pepsi. Like I drank Gentleman's Jack and Pepsi.
I like to mix it with Sprit.
Sprite's a pretty good liquor mixer.
Yeah, it pretty much catches everything easily.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just turns it into beer. You know?
Basically.
Yeah.
Speaking of, bottled some mead.
No
The
shit.
other day. Yeah.
Well, you can't bring it over until you're able to drink it.
Yeah, no.
Because, dude, that shit was so fucking good last time.
Yeah.
We got wasted.
Well, this is.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know how that one was like 17%?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one's like 19.
Oh, shit.
Oh, getting up there.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're going to fucking ruin a whole Dungeons and Dragons game.
We're going to have to just plan on drinking that not during game time.
I've
Either
got-
that or get the game started and then start drinking.
Progressively get drunker and drunker. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem was we tried the D&D after playing poker.
Yeah, we was already
we
drunk.
started drinking
We was
long
really
before
drunk.
the poker even got
By
started.
the way, I won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, John. You
Yeah.
have 20 of my dollars in your pocket, and
Not anymore.
you still have some money, right?
I mean,
Well, that was 2 weeks ago. I mean, I imagine that same 20.
If you have any $20, if you have any amount of money, 20
Yeah.
of those dollars.
not anymore.
You
That specific $20 is now a Keurig counter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get a Keurig for $20?
So I got a bigger Keurig for $40.
You got $20 in there too, boss.
Yeah.
Well,
So
where'd you get a Keurig for $40? Question's still the same, just because the dollar amount changes.
Facebook
doesn't-
Marketplace.
Hey,
But
dude, Facebook Marketplace fucking rule.
it rocks.
You know,
But-
Keurig's the reason why I don't buy my wife presents anymore.
Really?
Uh huh.
You bought her a Keurig and she didn't
I
like it.
bought her a Keurig last Christmas. She was like, "Oh." She'd been talking about a fucking Keurig for 2 months before that. Like, I fucking got it. Good. I am the best goddamn husband there is. And then she opens it up on Christmas morning. I was like, "Oh, that's nice."
You didn't want one?
I was like, bitch, I'm gonna take that back tomorrow. Give me that goddamn stuff.
She didn't actually want it?
No.
Oh.
And then 3 months later, she's like, "Man, I should have kept that Keurig." Like,
God damn it.
No, I got it's a bigger one. It's got the coffee pot and the K cup.
Oh
section.
yeah, there you go.
Fucking awesome.
Can you still use grounds in it, or does it have to be a K cup for the
You can
big
use
pot?
grounds. Yeah, you have to for the
For the pot?
yeah
I know, that's nice.
yeah.
Whenever my office gets put together, I'm gonna get me a couple things like that. Put it on the government's tab.
There you go. Spend our tax dollars, my friend.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Spend away.
Or I guess you two spend my tax dollars, you bitches.
You do. Yeah. Well, I haven't personally ordered anything. We ordered drums to turn in batteries, and make everybody think we give a shit about the environment.
Yeah.
Just throw them in the landfill.
They're bad, okay? You're not supposed to do that.
It's bad, okay.
Right.
But I mean, it's kind of strange. So, because out here, in public and stuff, I can throw all the broken light bulbs and batteries I want in the trash. That made a chill run down my spine saying that.
You probably shouldn't have said that because I'm pretty sure it's still illegal.
No, it's not.
No, not for an individual.
Nope.
So because of the size that we are and where we work on and stuff, we're a mass generator.
We're a large quantity generator.
Okay, so you're dealing with volume.
Yes, we have potential to do some real damage.
Whereas,
saith the powers.
If you have a T12 fluorescent light bulb in your house that breaks and you sweep it up and throw it in the trash,
no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah.
But when you have 12,000 of those,
it's a big deal then.
Because any amount of broken fluorescent light bulb hazardous waste.
Yeah.
Because it contains mercury.
Well, I mean, once it's broken, it doesn't contain it anymore.
But they still consider it. There can be trace amounts of it, and you're only allowed to have so many parts per million of those in contact with your skin in a single workday. So saith OSHA. God.
Oh, dude, we signed up with a job with a specific university that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Oh. First rule of university: don't talk about university.
Well, I had to sign an NDA and everything, but
Can we take a guess? I won't say the name, but is it within this tri-state area?
Yeah.
Is it within 100 miles of here?
Hmm?
Is it within 50 miles of here?
I'm not sure.
Is it between 150? 150, somewhere in there?
If I drove from right here to there, it'd probably take about an hour.
Roger that.
I guess another little hint is there's a famous experiment that happened there. Our government following syphilis.
Oh.
I'm not aware of this experiment.
But anyway.
They gave lots of impoverished folk syphilis.
Yeah. But there's a building there, and they told the university told the contractor, gave them a letter saying that it was clean. Because this is an old building, and they went and did a demo themselves.
Oh yeah, and there's lead and all kinds of other stuff
lead-based paint, asbestos, all kinds of shit. Well, the contractor is one of those that does their due diligence to make sure everyone's safe. They're really big about safety to an annoying degree. You gotta wear hard hats with chin straps and shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But
I have one of those.
Yeah, it's stupid. But
I have to tell this guy to put a hard hat on 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Look, man, it's a fucking forklift.
It is.
It's
not going to save you. It's not.
No. When 12,000 pounds lands on your fucking cranium, it doesn't matter if you have.
Oh, thank God! I'm wearing this piece of plastic on my fucking head.
My God, we'll get back to the hard hats. Let me finish my fucking story.
Sorry.
But this contractor is really big on safety, so they looked into the certifications of the guy that did the testing to get the letter, and so he didn't fucking have any. So they sent their own guy, and it popped for the unholy trinity. We got lead, asbestos, and black mold.
Oh boy.
Oh, that is quite an unholy trinity.
Yeah. So, delayed the whole fucking thing.
Speaking of trinities, is your story good?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm going to start making triangle shelves.
Fuck, I just nutted.
Yeah. I'm going to start making triangle shelves. I'm also going to start making circular shelves. Oh, the fucking podcast doesn't even know that I do carpentry shit now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been making shelves shaped like coffins.
Yeah,
Buy one.
He plays with wood.
Yeah, all day.
All day.
Well, as often as I can.
He just rubs his wood all day.
Sometimes I can't do it while I'm at work, but while I'm at work, I am thinking about doing it. And then I get home and I just get to fucking doing it.
His whole back porch is an advanced wood playing area.
Yeah.
It's like a giant just jizzed wood all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty nice out there.
He would.
So much wood to play with.
So, you know how you guys have pretty witchy wives. You know, you're familiar with the like the moon phase.
Oh,
images.
You're talking about like, Mercury being in lemonade and shit.
Yeah, well, Mercury and lemonade. I like it.
I thought it was refrigerate.
Mercury and lemonade sounds like a light bulb flavored glass of lemonade. But alright. No, so it's like the full moon, and you got the fucking crescent moon that goes both ways on the each side of it. You're gonna start making shelves. Caroline found a shelf that was a perfect circle with 2 moons on each side, and it's for like a crystal shelf for fucking crystals that they're good for your aura.
I make way too much fun of white girls with crystals to believe in that kind of shit.
I know.
It's kind of bad.
Did I tell y'all about this fucking? I went on this date in Birmingham just like a month and a half before I met Caroline.
No.
And she went to her house, and she's a recovering alcoholic or something. And on her living room table is this bowl full of like crystals and rocks and stones and stuff.
Probably where she hit her meth.
Maybe. But I mean, she was a really witchy person. She had
smoked
altar.
the wrong rock.
But she came in and sat down, and I was poking, and I picked up this one that was shaped like a moon. It was just a piece of glass that came from like a fucking dollar store or something. And she was like, "You need that. That stone called out to you. You need it." Like this is not a stone. This is a piece of glass. She's like, "No, it's a rock. I found it at the river." I was like, "I can see the mold line." No, it's a rock. You need it. You need to just take it with you. You need it. If you touched it, it called out to you, and you need it. Okay. I need some glass bad, huh? Just put it in my pocket. I still have that thing, actually. I found it when I was going through my shit the other day. I wanted to throw away, but I was like, I need it.
It called out to you. You have to keep it. Oh my god.
That is so powerful and awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
Like hope one day I get a glass.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make shelves for people to put their fucking glass spoons on after they call to them.
Oh Lord, dude, you're doing just such a great thing.
I know.
It's oh my gosh, and you can like put your Starbucks up there, even like.
Oh my God, Starbies.
Dude, that'd be so fucking fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch work. It's never gonna work. Oh my god.
Fetch. Alright, we gotta stop this. This has to end.
I'm a little disturbed at how good we can do those voices.
Dude, it's the fucking simplest thing in the world. Those personalities are like, they're free.
Dude.
There's nothing to them.
You need to watch Loudermilk. About this fucking Canadian, well, not Canadian, they're in Portland. But
it's like Southern Canada.
Yeah, dude is an asshole that is an Alcoholics Anonymous sponsor and drug recovery guy.
Bless you. Goddamn, you did the afterblow on the mic and everything.
He runs a fucking AA meeting and shit. But like every episode, it starts out with him interacting with the world in some way, and he always just like blows up on people. Not like blow up on them, but just calls out their bullshit. And he goes to a coffee shop and is talking to this barista, and she's talking like, "Oh, you got this like thing." She talks like that, and he just blows the fuck and like goes in. Why are you fucking doing that? Why are you talking like that?
Why are you talking like
What
this?
do you mean? Like, why am I talking like this? Yeah.
Like that.
Like, oh my god, what do you mean? I'm not talking like anything.
Why do you sound like the Grudge at the end of every fucking sentence?
Yeah.
I feel like what's the name of that YouTube channel? Did the one with Ed and Eddie?
Meat Canyon?
Meat Canyon.
Yeah.
Meat Canyon would definitely be able to run with something like that.
Oh my god. They kind of did. You seen the pumpkin spice latte?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Pumpkin spice!
Pumpkin spice latte!
No!
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, that bitch
That was
all
some
about
really disturbing shit.
Yeah,
She
she just turned into a
deep-throated the
pumpkin.
fuck out of that pumpkin spice.
Yeah,
I
she
mean, I've
fucking...
done that too, but
And then got her ass right back in line. Get another one.
Yeah, I had to push that poor fella out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you are kind of white girly.
I'm very much a white girl.
You drink Starbucks.
I
You
do.
make sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that about you, John.
What?
That you were a white girl.
Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
yeah.
it took you this long to figure it out.
Wow.
John's the whitest white girl you've
Fuck
ever
yeah.
rolled a
Like,
white with.
like my Starbucks order is like 7 sentences.
Wow. Holy shit.
What is your Starbucks order,
Oh,
John?
it's nothing that complex. It depends on the day.
Well, give me a regular order that you would
It could
get.
it could just be a fucking mocha frappuccino blended ice with like 4 shots of espresso, or it could be like a pistachio frappe with like 4 shots of espresso.
You know what makes it? You know what makes it a fucking a Starbucks order?
Huh.
The like in the middle of every order. I want a mocha frappe with like.
I want a mocha frappe with like 4 shots of espresso, and I like make sure you put the cream on top.
Can I like get a blended macchiato with like a shot of pistachio and like
Meanwhile, Kevin's at Burger
Do
King.
you
Like,
want-
can I have like a number 4 with like onions?
They always look at you weird when you ask for fucking onions. It's like, God damn it, give me some fucking onions.
Pull up there, double Whopper with cheese,
Black coffee. Now.
orange juice.
I'm busy. Wow.
You know, I go to Starbucks, but it's just because my wife likes Starbucks.
Oh no, I go to Starbucks because I like Starbucks.
Yeah, I know. You know what my order at Starbucks is?
Americano,
No,
black coffee,
black coffee.
Americano.
No, an Americano is black coffee with water. I want the full fucking strength. I don't want you to cut it with some high quality H2O.
I get a like a vanilla
It's high
bean
quality
frappuccino.
Huh?
I get a vanilla frappuccino.
You get a milkshake.
I get a milkshake.
Yeah.
I don't go to Starbucks for fucking coffee. Are you kidding me?
No, I don't either. I
You
get
know, this brings up
a
another
fucking
point.
mocha milkshake with a lot of espresso in it.
I got called an old man the other day.
Old man?
And unironically got called an old man.
Yeah, that happens to me.
Because it was 2:00 in the afternoon and I was drinking a cup of black coffee. And this fella, a young buck, comes up and was like, "Hey, why are you 75 years old?" I was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" He says, "You're drinking a cup of hot black coffee at 2:00 in the afternoon."
Yeah, you're a handlebar mustache away from 1970 ball sack. Dude.
Hey man, I'm not judging you because like I've had some people at work concerned because like I'll come in to the office in the morning and with a cup of coffee and kill it, and as soon as that cup of coffee's over, crack a bang, and then as soon as that's over, I'll go brew another cup of coffee.
Yeah, I think you might have a problem.
That's a little dependent.
I mean, like, I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and sometimes I'll have a cup in the afternoon, but I don't drink energy drinks on top of that.
Yeah.
I'll maybe have like a shot of sweet tea or like a little glass of sweet tea on my way to work, and then if I'm
Sweet tea?
I feel
What
like-
does it for you?
Like, that's
just to wake me up, and I need something to wet the whistle before I get on down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm pretty sure I could go to sleep on meth.
Jesus fucking Christ!
well, I mean, Jesus, this dude was drinking like 3 bangs a day.
Yeah, that's a lot. But I mean, like
Fucking, you could power all of India with that.
I'll do max 2
fairly
monsters a day.
productive. What?
Max 2 monsters a day is what I do.
Oh, like 1 bang is 2 monsters. But you know,
You need to calm down, sir.
I do. I do.
You are doing too much.
It's because they don't really. None of it does anything. I'm not caffeine sensitive at all. Never have been.
Well, when you drink 17 of them a day, you need to kind of.
Yeah, your fucking tolerance is like a goddamn Stretch Armstrong right now.
Yeah, you're like a meth addict that finally had to go to meth P to be able to get a high.
Well, I mean, you don't do caffeine.
We're gonna have to send you to a caffeine clinic.
Like the next step in John's caffeine journey is coffee enemas. I'm telling you,
dude. When the grid goes down, people will eat each other because there will no longer be access to caffeine and nicotine. They'll all be gone. We'll all go back to base fucking reality with a goddamn Jones on our back. You know what I mean? Like 3 of them. We are fuck you and everybody we see. It's not going to be fun.
So I want to start trying to grow tobacco because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I make alcohol, and I like to build firearms. I need to start growing tobacco so I can just get that third level.
Well, see, this is the commune. We were talking about this. Me and Eads were talking about this at work the other day. It's like, well, what all skills do we have? Could we join a commune? Why couldn't we make a commune?
Let's start a commune.
Like, we got a blacksmith.
I'm a blacksmith.
A mechanic. Fucking electrician.
I play with my wood.
A carpenter.
I bake sourdough.
And
we got a baker.
Look, we got food, we got alcohol, we got a mode of transportation, and we got ways to fix it. Yep. We're halfway to a fucking commune. We just need like 40 acres and we're good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tammy wants to do that one day. Like, that's like her dream.
Let's go. Oh yeah, and the ladies do stuff.
And like build all the houses in a circle. All our back doors pointing at each other, but I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because I want to take a piss off my back porch.
Yeah.
It's not even that. I want to like be drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning in my underwear and kick the back door open and unload magazine.
Why would you be drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Why would you be unloading magazines?
Mind your business.
What are you doing with the magazines?
Not reading magazines.
Unloading magazines.
Like
bullets, guns.
Oh! I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The pew-pews.
The pew-pews.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we should have back doors pointing at each other.
I just want to kick open the back door and just waste copious amounts of ammunition.
You're just daring something to happen if you point your back door at someone else's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Because I pee outside as much as a dog does. I think I might have flashed my neighbor a time or two.
Yeah.
That's indecent.
Yeah, well, she should have known better when she bought that house.
She should have knew there was going to be
her fucking mistake.
Big hairy dude with a tiny little cock pissing out of his backyard.
She probably looked over the fence. What's that?
Did you sit and gum?
Is that a worm coming out of a bush?
Bless your heart.
Look, it's a cock, but smaller.
Hey, that's illegal.
Grown man shouldn't be touching a little boy's pecker like that.
Look, it's a roll of dimes.
Hey, I got at least quarters in there.
Oh, shit. Anyway, that's all the small dick jokes I got.
Well, we could probably come up with a few more, but they're hard to see.
Hey, look at there.
Damn it, that was a good one.
That was pretty nice. Was that on the
off.
dome?
That was off the dome.
Hey.
That flowed naturally.
Fucking congratulations.
It didn't come up short at all.
Why you did that? Oh, right when I had a yangling in my mouth. Talking about some little danglings. I'm trying to drink on my yangling. Oh. Anyway.
That can's too girthy for that.
Yeah.
You can't fit your lips around it.
I've met some talented individuals.
I mean, I'm sure somebody can. I can't, though. I haven't had that much practice.
You can.
You can't.
Yeah.
I got it.
I gotta provide a visual aid.
Oh, man, you could have done it with some air around it.
That reminds me, like, when I was, like, in 3rd grade, I impressed the shit out of this one kid because I ate a whole slice of pizza in, like, one bite.
Oh.
It's schoolyard pizza, but,
I terrified a friend by, eating a whole piece of his cheesecake.
Yeah, Terry still talks about that.
Don't walk past me with cheesecake.
To be fair, we can't walk past you with a lot of things without you knowing because you smell it before we even think about making it.
Absolutely. It's his fucking sixth sense.
Oh.
It's like a fucking... John's nose is like a turbine engine. You get too close, this shit's going right in, bro.
Oh, yeah. You'll get sucked right in. And if you're really... You got to be really careful because if he sneezes, there's a jet stream that goes on for like 100 miles. Yeah, I was telling his dad about all the nose jokes that we've made.
He fucking loves it.
He thought it was the tits. It was amazing. That man laughed harder than I think I've ever seen anybody laugh before.
That is so nice. I'm so glad we could do that for him.
Yeah, he needed it.
Yeah.
John bashes back pretty good. He takes our money.
Well, we gotta get back at it.
I can sniff out some bullshit real quick.
Hey.
I still say you were marking cards. Like, you had some kind of scent gland you rubbed on them things. You just knew where all those aces and kings were.
I'd tell you what I did, but, I don't want to show my hand.
Now we're making poker jokes, really?
Here we go.
Really getting to the bottom of the barrel on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys. Cowboys are cursed. Pairs of kings is what you beat me with twice. Since then, every time I've gotten a pair of kings in my poker online games, I play Bovada poker, I play Frack. Every time I've gotten a pair of kings, you go for it. It's Cowboys, bro. Hey, fucking, you got a good shot. Every single time, been all for naught. So, like, somebody's got an ace 3 in hand. I'm like, oh, fuck that, dude. And then, on the river, there's an ace. Fuck me. Fuck. Fucking Cowboys.
Yeah.
Every time.
I don't do that. He'll give you bad luck.
Fucking just...
Like, I haven't caught a fish since 2013.
You're welcome.
You just broke off a piece of that fucking bad luck.
Yeah, well, I mean, it be that way sometimes.
I keep bumping the...
Yeah, you do.
That's going to be in there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for everybody, because I'm not going to be able to edit that out, most likely.
Fucking, nah, man, when it comes to the poker, I don't look at all the fucking stats and shit of, what hands are going to do what. It's like, if I got something worth of shit, we're going to roll through this. If I got something that's not worth a shit, but, I'll probably roll with it. If I ain't got nothing, but I'm up a little bit, probably roll with it.
So, you got a lot of those.
What it is he just balls to the wall and went on dumb luck.
Yeah. It's really what it is.
Yeah, it's how I do this. I don't come into a poker game.
That's how you just kind of live life, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I just kind of fumble around and bump into things at full speed.
Yeah. You got to scratch like nobody's looking and work like you don't need the money.
Damn.
I am all in, sir.
That was from Squidbillies. Squidbillies had some profound...
Squidbillies is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, I love Squidbillies.
Yeah. We talked about the bully. The bully in the bit.
Quit being a pussy, you pussy.
Yeah.
Give me that hat, you goddamn pussy.
Bully.
Hey, boy, you ain't gonna grab my shit.
Why must we prejudice against the Gentile bully just because he likes to separate you from the nerd herd and give you a sound ass whooping? And don't be a low-hanging fruit.biz. You'll learn such tips as lose weight, get rid of them zits, and don't be such a pussy. Pussy, you a damn pussy. And give me that jacket because it's mine now. Fantastic.
Good shit.
Don't be a low-hanging fruit.biz.
Yeah, you could have been a voice actor on that show.
Dude, I love the Squidbillies.
He could have been a voice actor, period.
You could have been.
It would have been pretty cool.
Fucking Mortlock.
Oh, yeah. Tell him about Mortlock.
Mortlock is just this fantastic fellow. He's the youngest of 3 brothers. and he's a vampire, which means he's very important in this shitty little town. And he lives in a sewer, right? And his favourite things are long walks on the pier and showing people their own assholes. He loves it. It's just a fucking... especially because the people who he's killing, they fucking deserve it, right? They're just like, they're spies or... I mean, sometimes they don't deserve it, whatever. But... but, you know, the best way for a person who is bad in their life is for you to snap their back, right? You just snap it right in the middle. And then you bend them over so they can see... You know, you got to peel the cheeks back a little bit. And then shove their nose in it. And they... probably can see their own asshole. And just to confirm that they are looking at it, you'd be like, look at your own asshole! Can you see your fucking asshole? And if they say anything besides, oh, they probably have seen it.
I fucking love Mortlock.
Mortlock is the best.
Yeah, he peels people's fingernails. He's a murderer.
He's actually a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah, he's just really endearing.
Somehow he just goes in there and he rips your heart out and makes you look at your own asshole, but you just love him.
You love him for it the whole time. He's the 10 out of 10, the most likable, highest rated executioner on the planet. For sure.
Oh yeah, no, he has a 5-star Yelp review.
Yeah, from victims.
Yeah. It's like 10 out of 10 would get murdered by him again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking 5 stars. He took so much care and audacity to show me my own asshole, and it was the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen.
I thought I had seen everything new, and then he showed me something. I never even considered having that point of view.
The man is an artist.
He kind of is.
When I looked into that chocolate starfish, I just knew that heaven awaited me. I could see the light through my brown eye.
And then I remembered I'd
So
eaten
this
Taco
is
Bell
the
before, and I
tunnel
saw
they
fire.
tell you about. I wonder when I'll see the light.
Yeah. In a world where that's not a thing, where you go to where you deserve to go. You lived your life like an animal, you'll go spend some time with some animals. You might be prey. You might be a predator, whatever, but you're going to the wilds. You like nice things, nice stuff for people. You might go to Mount Olympia.
Olympus.
No, the other one. The D&D one.
Oh, I don't know.
Mount Everest.
Fuck yeah. I might go to Mount Everest. I hear it's got a colorful fucking mountainside.
Well, if Mortlock is there, it's mostly brown.
Yeah.
It's brown and red. It's
all fucking brown. And it's kind of sad that I just, literally, this is just Grog. This is just Grog, just dumber. Well, he's not quite that dumb, actually. He's smarter than Grog.
Grog was pretty dumb.
Yeah. I always loved laughing like Mortlock. Somebody would say something funny or kill somebody, but
I think Mortlock might have a touch of the tism.
a little bit. So, well, I mean, he's basically just D&D's take on the Hound.
Yeah,
You know.
I was thinking about it the other day. Like, yeah, he's just a chipper hound.
Yeah.
Or really, he's more like the Mountain.
Yeah.
Because the Mountain was definitely a psychopath.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's well, you know, I mean, the Hound did walk around talking about killing is the sweetest thing there is. You know, I love killing. He was Grumpopulous Michael with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I just love killing.
I just love killing.
It's my favorite thing. So did they actually replace what's his name with Rick and Morty?
Yeah, they did. Not the same.
I haven't watched the newest season.
I'm not saying that Justin Roiland didn't deserve to get fired, but it's his show. Like, he's the whole thing. How could they expect it to continue to be as successful?
I mean,
He did half the voices too.
Yeah, he did. He was Rick and Morty.
Yeah, how do you get rid of Rick and Morty
And the show's
in
called
a
Rick and
show
Morty.
called Rick and Morty?
Yeah, you don't. It's they have like 1 or 2 episodes that are okay, but for the most part, it's just it feels kind of soulless. You know,
It's like they're trying to do classic Rick and Morty adventures.
They took away the.
What does that even mean?
it's a heart transplant in like a universe where you use your heart to conduct a symphony. You know, it doesn't. You're different.
A brain transplant, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. It's had a brain transplant. There you go. Thanks for correcting me, dick.
What a piece of shit.
What an asshole.
Fucking cocksucker. Like,
I mean, I can't sniff them out all the time.
yeah, but you can definitely slurp them.
Oh, shit.
You weren't complaining the other day.
Damn! Somebody crawling under the desk.
Hey, if you can't
Call
Can't
my
get
boy
on it.
Dyson here.
if you can't get on the desk, you might as well get under it.
Never loses suction. Like a Kirby.
Still waiting for that raise.
Damn it, boy.
You lied to me.
A penny a minute.
You gotta, So, lately I've been listening to a lot of Mr. Ballin. A ton of it.
Fuck is Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin is a feller who tells... He
tells spooky stories.
Spooky stories. Strange, dark, and mysterious, delivered in story format. And if you like that, that's all they do. And they upload a video 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 times a week.
Oh. See, I got stuck on creepypastas for a while.
Well, that's what this guy does. He just video version of creepypasta. He tells the story.
Love that
But these are true stories he tells. Like,
Supposedly.
well, yeah, they're true accounts.
Allegedly.
Some of them are really true. Like the dude.
Where does he get his material from? Is it like Reddit or?
He does have a Reddit, and people suggest stories.
If it's off Reddit, it's true.
But no, these are like documented
It's on the internet,
stories.
it's true.
Most of the stories he tells were on the fucking news. You know, it's like
yeah.
documented stories. Like,
Fair.
but some of them are a little lesser known, and if it's not proven, he'll, preface it with, "Hey, we don't know if this is true. This is what so and so said. This is their account," and then he'll tell you the story. And he's a good storyteller. He sets things up for a good reveal, and it's kind of addicting the way he tells stories.
I'll definitely check it out.
It's pretty good. I've listened to some of them.
I did start listening to the Y-Files, but the fucking fish.
I love the
Dude,
fish.
I love the fish.
It grows on you. I hated it to start with. When I first clicked on the very first Y-Files episode, the fish started talking. I was like, "Oh, fuck this." I clicked off. But he actually does grow on you when you accept him. Say you look at it now as kind of like somebody might look at Mortlock if they just sat down.
I think my biggest problem with the fish is the sponsor ads.
Dude, skip the ads. They're all so cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Because Hecklefish is supposed to be anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Fair.
But then he does ad reads.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, well, we all got bills,
Yeah, I mean,
I can't fault him.
Even a fake goldfish,
Yeah,
he's got all those guppy payments.
skip the ads. Don't judge him on the ads. They just have to do.
I get he has to do it.
He tries to be creative with it, and it's entertaining. So he releases all of his videos as premieres on YouTube. So like last night at 9, he dropped a video, and we're all just watching live, and it's just he has to read this ad to make money for the video off the bat.
Yeah.
And he just tries to make it as entertaining as possible.
I get it.
Yeah, Hecklefish has got guppy support payments, man.
Yeah, guppy support payments. But see, and Mr. Ballard has to do the same thing. He's got a pet frog named Seagull Lung, and he tells a really spirited, completely nonsensical story involving him and old Seagull Lung, and it's equally cringe. You skip.
Problem is a lot of times when I'm listening to this shit, I'm driving. So I just have to suffer through.
YouTube has this neat feature where you can double tap the screen and it will fast forward.
It'll skip
Yeah.
ahead 10 seconds.
Or it'll go 2 times faster.
I mean, at least not, like on poor man YouTube, so that's a plus.
Oh, yeah, I've paid for you.
Me too. Pay too much for YouTube because I had original paid YouTube and then canceled too many times.
Mm-hmm.
And so my price went up every time.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that on the podcast.
We did.
Did we?
Because mine was like $10.99, something like
Yours
that.
is $11.99. Mine's like $17.
Fuck me,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. I just use the ads. I just watch it. You get 5 seconds into an ad and then you can skip it most of the time.
I will drive silently or listen.
Fucking thank you, sir. Give me yeah.
Well, let me put some more whiskey in.
Yeah, put some more whiskey in there.
Yeah.
We got to clink to that one.
Y'all have got some serious privilege going on with that.
Dude, fuck commercials.
Fuck you, I work hard.
Exactly. I work so hard so I don't have to watch commercials.
I do too. That's why my house is at 68 degrees constantly year round.
Well, we got our priorities in different.
I have fucking
Look, what's gonna happen today?
Flushable wipes, so
My notion on the temperature in the house is what's going to happen today. Are you going to put on some fucking clothes or am I going to lose 30 pounds?
I'll lose 30 pounds.
No,
I like it warm.
Not in a fucking day, you're not.
I'm gonna be that guy. You know, I had to like up the temp of the house when I started doing sourdough and mead and all that because fermentation doesn't really happen.
Well, then it ain't going to happen in my house.
I like it at 75, but I don't fight with Caroline. She likes it cooler. I suffer.
You're off to a good start here.
I have a heated blanket that I sleep with at night,
Yeah.
and it's fucking amazing.
Let her be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I've started doing at night? I've got like 3 pillows now. I got one for my head, one goes between my knees, and the other one I kind of like hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I sleep now. So much better. Like, the one between your knees is crucial.
That's how Tammy sleeps.
Well, it like supports your knees and it makes your hips not hurt and shit. Like, I'm a big dude. I feel like you probably can concise with this. Fucking with our bed and stuff, man. You gotta. Otherwise, I can't sleep right.
I sleep on my stomach. Like I can't
do that hardly.
I can't do the side thing. Like I'll fall asleep on the side, you know, if I'm snuggling something pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
That don't happen in my house.
we don't snuggle neither. We've been the 2 of us have both been sleeping solitarily for a long time. So kind of comes naturally.
We snuggle.
I can't sleep doing the snuggle thing.
Well,
I'll sleep for a little bit, but I don't know. It just don't work out.
We a lot of times it's snuggle for a while, and then I'll roll to the stomach and go sleep.
You guys are like appropriately sized to snuggle. You are very large. She is very small.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
worked good.
Imagine she big spooning. I just imagine her big spooning the shit out of John.
John liked to be little spoon occasionally.
Every man needs to be little spoon every now and then.
Make the nose feel secure.
Yeah, secure the nose.
You know what? I don't usually jump on men's rights a whole lot, but like some dudes want to be little spoon every now and then too. Ladies.
It's okay.
I'm gonna get you a face guard.
Why? So he doesn't poke her with his nose?
Well,
for her safety.
For the nose safety as well. We need to preserve that thing, dude. Like we can't. We're gonna have to get an insurance policy.
Yeah,
we're gonna have
that nose is famous now. There's like 25 people,
and it wiggles. See, all the more fucking. You know how much sensitivity you'll lose if that.
No way. There's no way.
Dude, you're fucking. I've never looked directly at your nose before. Those pores are enormous.
You can't stare at it too long, or you'll get sucked in.
Oh my god.
There's like a couple of blackheads on there that like I'll just occasionally just check on and I'm like, holy fuck.
You guys ever squeeze the end of your nose and tons of little tendrils come out?
Yeah, it's like when you light fucking what's that chemical that explodes into tendrils?
Oh, it's like the black cat little tail things you get.
Yeah.
Snakes?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, fire caulk is full of that shit.
Huh.
So like if you ever, I know y'all haven't done a lot of like actual construction, but like if you're on a firewall,
I have a shitload of that stuff at the shop though.
Yeah, on a firewall, and you got to caulk around a penetration.
Giggity.
You know, you got to use fire caulk, and it's that red shit that looks red and flaky. When you get a chance, just pull a piece from some scrap or whatever and set it down and take a lighter to it.
I will do that.
It explodes in tendrils.
I'm probably going to do that on Monday now. I'm going to take some of that and put a line down on the concrete just so I can do that.
Yeah. I have lots of cabinets that I'm in control of. They contain these things. 3M fire block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am also as well in
the fire
the same
block
situation.
Like the pillow.
No. It's called fire block. It's a caulking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's what you're talking fire cock.
But they also make these pillows, and it comes in a red plastic, and inside it's like rock wool. And the first time I ever seen it, let me explain to you the way I did it, and then I'll tell you how you're supposed to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So like a foreman brought it to me and was like, fire caulk this hole, and it was like that window right there full of conduit, and I had to fill in the gaps.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, just take it, put it in there, caulk in between it, put another piece up there. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm ripping open the plastic, pulling the shit out, and I'm like, this is just fucking rock wool. Putting it in there, fucking trying to caulk it and like trying to make it work. The fucking regional manager of the company comes by and he sees me doing it. He's like, yeah, getting anywhere there? I'm like, not really. I mean, this is kind of bullshit. You know, you could have just bought fucking rock wool and we could have done this with like a bucket of caulk and been done.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, he's looking at it and he sees all these open fire caulk all these fire pillow wrappers there, and picks one up and he's like, you know, we've used these a lot. Never seen inside of one. And I was like, yeah, man, it's just rock wool. I don't know why. Like, I don't see what's so special about it. He's like, man, that's crazy. Huh. Puts it down and walks out of the room. So apparently you're not supposed to take it out of the package. You're supposed to squeeze the air out and put it up in the hole and put some fire caulk in there and like fill it. I just like opened like 30 grand worth of shit on this one hole, and the regional manager is like, he wanted to fire me. You know? Like I could see it in his soul.
The regional manager. Every time I hear that phrase, I just think Michael Scott.
Yeah.
He was a district manager.
He was a regional manager.
Was he a regional manager?
He was a regional manager at Dunder Mifflin. It's great.
White Shroot was assistant to the regional manager.
But to be fair, he didn't. And then he got fired like 2 years later.
For that?
Yeah, for something else.
Oh, good.
I outlasted him there.
I have a feeling that guy was just like, just a stupid kid. I'm not gonna take it out on him today.
The fucked up part is like I'm a licensed electrician at this point. I had just never seen these before.
Well, new stuff exists, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, new stuff comes around all the time.
To me, fire caulk came in a tube or a bucket, and you put it up there. If you needed some backing, you put some rock wool in it. And I was like, why are they buying rock wool in such small packages?
Why do we have these tiny packages? Why can't we just get a big thing of it?
Scott,
why can't
this
we
was fucking stupid. Just get some fucking rock wool.
Why can't we get bigger packages around here?
This is Women have been asking that question since the dawn of time.
These small packages aren't filling the hole fully.
I mean, realistically, when it came down to it, 90% of the time, we didn't buy rock wool. We stole it from other trades. You know, that's how you do it on the job
now
site.
we're admitting to fraud.
No, that's
I didn't do it. Helper might have.
I didn't do that. I told him to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Material theft. It's like how you build buildings and shit.
Right, how do you think the fucking world goes around, man?
Well, fuck.
This
motherfucker has 10,000 quarter-inch nuts and I need 17? He'll be alright.
And then we got all these precious metals in our fucking awesome cell phones. We stole them from other countries.
They were made by children.
It's not theft.
Mined by children.
Right.
It's not theft. It's acquiring.
It's strategic acquisitions.
Is possession still 9/10 of the law?
I believe so.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
I have it, therefore it's mine.
Whatever you want it to be.
As long as it's less than $500, it's not a felony.
Yep. Praise triangles. Triangle we trust.
Yes. Dude, I was talking to a foreman one day and I told him that I believe God is a triangle and he like hit the ground laughing. He wasn't ready for that. Like I just dropped it. It was like casual conversation. He's talking about something. We're talking about fucking psychedelics, and before I can even start my story, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure God's a triangle. And he just
What
hit
if?
the ground.
Well, I had a theory for this because of that statement, I concocted this theory when I was doing the math for triangles, building shelves and stuff, and I discovered that a triangle is a triangle when it's half of a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral. So what if God is fourth dimensional and we're just seeing his shadow? His shadow is the triangle, and he's actually a quadrilateral.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He's a quadrilateral.
That's a good one.
Okay. I asked a stupid question. Is
he
a
is
quadrilateral a
beyond-
square?
It's triangle times 2.
He is
So like a
beyond
D8.
our understanding.
Is indeed.
And we are three-dimensional perception.
Couldn't possibly perceive quadrilateral. Can't do that.
Makes
What
perfect-
is this?
Makes perfect fucking sense. Yep, that's it.
Yep. A quadrilateral
So-
is, just to be clear, it's a shape that consists of a total of 360 degrees, and half of that equals 180 degrees, and all triangles, their angles, add up to 180.
Yes. No matter how you configure them.
60, 60, 60, 50, 30, 80, it'll always be 160. Or 180 degrees, sorry.
The Anunnaki.
Anunnaki. Yeah.
Well, they just really knew how to perceive the triangle.
Yeah. You gotta be the triangle. You gotta lick the triangle. You gotta date the triangle.
Do you guys remember Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
Yes, I watched it like a year ago. Again. The first time I was in like first grade.
Yeah,
Is that the cartoony?
It's
What am I thinking of?
it's
He's got
it's
fucking
basically
beaver nunchucks.
No.
it's a giant parody of Enter the Fist by Bruce Lee.
Oh.
And what it is this guy, he's the chosen one. They keep calling him the chosen one, and it's this bad lip syncing where it's like shot like it's an old Chinese movie, and it's been dubbed over in English, but they're all English speaking actors and stuff. It's meant to be as bad as possibly can be. And there's the evil guy, I can't remember his name now. He has these little pyramids on his chest, like 2 or 3 of them. And the chosen one, to defeat him, he must remove the pyramids. And so he makes this dummy up, like a martial arts dummy, with these 3 pyramids that he's hammered in there. And he keeps trying to get him off. And the love interest is like Sung Lee or some shit like that, her name. And she has the dumbest fucking voice. She's like, "No, chosen one! Your hands, how have you done this?" And he's like trying to grab these things off of there. And when he finally gets the things off of the bad guy, he like starts shooting just rivers and rivers and rivers of blood out everywhere. And then aliens come down and they're in these pyramid spaceships and they start playing French music. They're like, "Oh no, the aliens, they're French."
Their mouth moves for like 15 seconds when they say the word no.
Yeah. It's just the dumbest, funniest movie. There's also a chick in there with 3 tits.
Oh.
Or no, it's not 3 tits. She has one giant one.
The Uniboob.
Yeah, the giant
There it is.
Uniboob.
What was that show? What was that one movie with the lady with the cigarette?
Mr.
Oh, I
Triple
fucking love that one.
It's
like
Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, that's a great fucking movie.
Fantastic fucking movie.
God
I don't think
damn.
I've actually seen this
Oh
movie.
my
Dude,
God.
you had to watch Kung Fu
What?
Hustle, bro.
I think not.
It's
You
so
gotta
good.
see it. Like, this fucking Asian bitch sitting there with a bonnet and her fucking cigarette in her mouth will whip your ass.
She'll fuck you up.
Oh,
dude.
wait, I didn't know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, with the lion's roar,
Uh-huh.
you know, and the frog dude and the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that other dude too.
And that guy.
With the wrist thing.
Axe Gang.
Oh, the Axe Gang. Wow. I forgot about that shit.
Axe Gang.
Bro, I want to watch Kung Fu Hustle. I wish I had seen that in theaters. I had no idea it was so good until years
Right?
after the hype
Like,
was over.
Dude, I'd seen the meme many times and I was like, it can't be that good. And then I watched the movie and
And
I'm
it was
like,
that fucking good.
it was that good.
Hold on, I'm gonna
Like,
look it up now. I wonder where we
I
can
think it's
watch
on
that.
Netflix.
You want to know another movie I think doesn't get the fucking credit it deserves? Fucking Gangs of New York.
Great movie.
What a fucking movie.
You know, I've started to watch
fucking
that
Daniel
like 18
Day-Lewis.
times.
Oh my god.
And the blade fight at the beginning is amazing. And I never get past that.
It is
Dude.
Daniel Day-Lewis and Leonardo DiCaprio. How can you not fucking like that
dude,
movie?
honestly, it really just fucking it gets the knife fight in the beginning, dead rabbits and the American natives, great, and then the aftermath. I mean, it's really a great fucking movie. It
I just gotta finish it. To be fair, I watched Pulp Fiction first time 2023.
Are you fucking kidding me?
okay. Confession time. Never seen.
Are you
Oh.
fucking kidding me?
Never seen it.
What the actual fuck?
Never
Look,
seen
man,
Pulp Fiction.
I know, like, a lot of people say shit about movies all the time, but, like,
You know,
we have a similar perspective on a lot of movies. It's worth the hype.
watch Pulp Fiction.
Dude, you have to watch fucking Pulp Fiction. Yeah, okay, no, you have to do it in this order. You have to watch Reservoir Dogs.
Okay,
You have to watch Pulp Fiction,
Pulp Fiction.
and then you have to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I love Once Upon a Time.
It's a great fucking movie.
I just
Amazing.
happened to be on television once, and I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. He kicked the shit out of Bruce Lee. You know?
Like, if you never watch any Quentin Tarantino movies, you have to watch those.
Dude, Quentin Tarantino
Realistic-
movies have been awesome.
Really, you just need to watch his entire filmography.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
just
good.
amazing.
You can't really go
Even
wrong.
From Dusk Till Dawn, the movie, great. He wrote that. He didn't direct it, but he wrote that script for the movie.
Which means he
fucking
wrote
amazing.
the scene to suck on Salma
Yes, he
Hayek's
did.
toes.
He wrote that in there
So
specifically.
that's a power move, right?
He's
there.
all about some fucking feet.
He
bro.
loves feet. Uma Thurman, that whole
Wiggle
movie,
your
wiggle
left
your big toe.
Yeah.
He was probably sitting there. Oh fuck yeah!
Wiggle
that fuck.
Dude, Uma Thurman is not hot. I'm sorry, dude.
No, not at all.
She's not
even
attractive.
close. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
a
like
little
everybody's
bit,
like,
because
it's
she's
hot
a
line.
woman, but
Nah, not even a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
Fucking
I
Bill's
mean,
talking about
yeah, it's a whole, but you know, it's not one you'd be excited about.
Yeah.
You ever seen My Super Ex-Girlfriend?
No.
Yes,
Uma
but it's
Thurman-
been a long time.
Uma Thurman is like Superwoman, and this dude is dating her. I think it's like Matthew McConaughey or some shit.
Yeah,
That's
Matthew
a weird
McConaughey.
power dynamic.
Yeah, and he's trying
He
to break up
doesn't-
with her, but she's a psycho. She's a psycho ex-girlfriend, and she's a superhero. And he doesn't know. And she's like fucking rocking the bed and shit, and he's like, oh! You know, she's fucking breaking his pelvis with her thrusts.
Death
Yeah,
by
but she was
Snoo.
like, come and rip your dick off.
Right. But like, and he's trying to fucking get away from her, and he ends up taking another girl home, and she throws a shark into the room with him, like a great white shark, into his bedroom.
Well, that's assault
You know,
with a deadly weapon.
and she's got
Yeah,
glasses
but are you
on.
gonna tell Superman that he can't fucking do something?
Depends on how much kryptonite's around.
It's this is before the boys existed, and it was it had a different vibe. This could go. They could redo that movie and have it go a whole different direction.
Dude, that's one thing I love about The Boys is because it like really encapsulates how a hero could fuck up
yeah.
if they just aren't paying attention to their power.
I think they just in the before time. We weren't trying to suggest that these cartoon things could be anything but like, idols for youngins
Yeah.
and stuff. But now we're like, no, wait. If those things were real, it'd be real fucked up. Because
This is my whole big hang up with Superman. Okay? If Superman and Lois Lane actually got it on, he would fucking blow her brains out with his jizz. Like, the man took a bullet to the eye. Okay, that's the most fragile thing ever. If he was to come, it would be like a fucking rocket launcher.
That's why they made blue kryptonite.
This is like one of those conversations they had in like Big Bang Theory, where say Lois Lane is falling, and Superman is able to swoop down. But she's 5 feet from the ground. He's able to swoop down and catch her.
Yeah, you break her neck.
But Sheldon's argument. Sheldon's argument was that she falls from a plane, 200 feet, whatever, in the air. She's, making her way to the ground. She reaches terminal velocity. She goes into 2 arms of steel and is cut into 3 equal parts.
That's a valid argument.
Either way, she dies.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, it's the same thing, like you said, with Spider-Man, though. Fucking Mary Jane falls from the 11th floor of this Empire State Building or whatever, and Spider-Man shoots a web, and he catches her, and she just stops. Well, she was just going terminal velocity. Her head would continue after her body stopped and hit the ground.
Which is what happened to Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. So the idea was he called her just before, but still, whiplash.
That's what I'm talking about, whiplash, and like, the fact that your neck is not strong enough to hold you up after you hit terminal velocity.
That was the thing about it, was like with Gwen Stacy fucking caught the web and broke her neck. I guess they just retconned how he made his web chemical.
I don't know.
It's like a shock-absorbing lanyard.
Dude, we've got 3 different versions of... Oh, no, 4. We got 4 different versions of Spider-Man to memorize the way they do their fucking web. I can't keep up.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched any of them since Tobey Maguire.
All hail Tobey.
I watched them all. Tobey's great.
What I loved about Tobey was making the webs natural. That was...
Yeah.
Like a...
Well, that was more like original Spider-Man comics, it just came out of there.
No, he had the web shooters.
Later iterations from like the 70s, 80s and stuff, they had fucking mechanism.
Dude, the last Spider-Man movie, the fucking Spider-Man 3 with all 3 of them was fucking just chef's
I still
kiss.
haven't seen that.
Dude, it was so good. I went and saw it in theaters 3 different times.
Did they do the pointing scene?
They did. They did do that.
They literally put that in there because of the fucking meme.
They had to.
They had to.
They couldn't not. It was right there.
Right. If they wouldn't have done that, then they just told everyone we don't give a shit about your opinion.
Talk about the whole fact of like, oh wait, yours just comes out? Like, I had to make mine.
They were on top of a fucking, like, the Statue of Liberty. And they just look up, like, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland both just look at Toby. They're like, so your web just, like, comes out of you, huh? Do you have like a sack? Is there a place that you store it? He's like, I don't know. They just come out of me.
So this reminds me, when I was much younger, y'all remember like Skinamax, you come on after a while. There was this one like softcore porno called Spider Babe.
Wow.
And she shot web out of her pussy when she masturbated.
What? Wow. Wow.
Hey.
Wow, comma, wow.
Yeah. I'll be honest, after that scene, I never got to finish the movie because, like, my parents came home. I had to turn it off. But
did you see that fucking episode of Family Guy where Spider-Man's having, like, fucking premature ejaculation troubles? It's just him sitting on the bed like this with his hand in his face, or with his face in his hands, and there's a girl just covered in a spider web on the bed.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, it's just been so long, and you're just so pretty. And she's like, whatever. She gets up.
Fucking the first damn porn I bought was the Justice League.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never actually bought.
I had a phase.
I've literally never paid for porn.
I was young and had made way too much money for my age and just wanted to
buy what you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to spend money on at the time.
Okay, so before the internet was really a thing, or I had access to it.
Yeah,
really,
I wasn't real tech savvy at this time.
Yeah.
I had a flip phone.
I always somehow was able to find porn.
Mhm.
Like, the first porno I ever actually saw, I found behind the gas station that we used to call Snack Lady.
Yeah?
In the woods there, in a chest.
What? You found
That's-
a cachet?
That's
I found a cachet of fucking pornos. That was the first time I ever saw it.
Dude, that is the most motherfucking goony shit I've ever heard before in my life.
I know, dude.
That's some Little Rascals
It
ass
literally
shit.
was, because somebody came up to him and was like, "Guys, I heard about this place that's behind the gas station by the school.
There's a box.
There's a box with porn in it." And we're like, "What's porn?" And he's like, "It's naked women." It's like, "Oh my god, we gotta go find it,
Dude, let's go."
We went on a fucking epic journey to go find this porn. And then the next time I came into possession of a bunch of porn, I was living. It was when I was living at Wellborn, and fucking I was riding around on a Sunday afternoon, and I stopped off at Gill's Auto Sales to go look at some cars and stuff, because that's what I did when I was fucking bored back then.
Oh.
And nobody's there. I'm just walking around, and I walk up to this truck. It was like a 2005 or something Dodge.
Caravan.
No, it wasn't. It was a pickup truck, but it was their small pickup truck. I can't
The
remember. Dakota. It was a red 2005 Dodge Dakota. And I'm looking at it, I was like, this is a cool truck. You know, it's a 4-wheel drive. Oh, shit. And I look in the back in the bed. This is a dealer car. It had a dealer tag on it. And there's a box, a little cardboard box. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Open the box. And it's porn! I'm like, holy shit!
Look at this fucking guy's skin box.
I remember that I took one. It was a porn parody of Fast and the Furious.
Damn it.
I was like, I'm taking this home.
Dude, oh my god. Alright, so when I was living with Pawpaw in my early 20s, this guy named Bobby down the street, his trailer burned down. Right? And he was a notorious, nefarious individual. And he hired Pawpaw to clean up his trailer. He said, Paul, you clean up that trailer now, you can have all that scrap iron. And Pawpaw said, alright. So what happened was, me and Pawpaw would go down there every fucking day after I got off work and pick through the garbage. And
did you find his porn collection?
He came up to me, right? Bobby shows up, and he says, I left you some nudie mags in the back there. And I was like, what? I'm like 24. You know? I don't need nudie mags.
I have the internet.
I got the internet. I got a whole fucking functioning penis right here. You know? I got a LG chocolate over here, buddy. No, that was after the smartphone had become white trash applicable, you know? White trash could also have a smartphone.
Yeah.
But, what you doing? Oh,
you fucked it.
Try that one more time. Like flatten him.
Hold on a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And the setting it on the table is also ASMR. Yeah.
Oh, that's
You got this like it's that noise. Yeah. Oh. It's like
why did that become such a popular thing all of a sudden?
It's nice. Oh.
Carefully, about to come.
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh shit. I do like stuff that clinks, like wooden stuff. That's a really pretentious sound, you know. Or the sound of dice clattering into a little box.
Okay, like this.
Such a pretentious noise. Oh. It's got to be like just an empty box and one die. You know, you got to get all fucking Critical Role with it. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, that shit right there. You do a little bank. Oh, what the fuck? Your phone was like, oh. Even your phone thought it was cool.
Siri just came.
Oh shit, we're almost 2 hours and 10 minutes into this, fellas.
Wow.
Dude, we got a lot. We barely even got started. How long are we trying to make this one?
Fuck. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. Y'all want to smoke a cigarette and come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Because I need some nicotine.
Do I gotta go all the way to my truck and bum another one?
No, you can get another one.
Okay.
You could also have a menthol. I know you don't like them.
I like my menthol every now and then.
Yeah, I smoke
Reminds
them.
me of my younger days.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just like them. I've considered switching to them cowboy killers a few times.
That kind of just happened naturally.
Yeah.
I felt like
I think it's kind of like black coffee. You know, once you get to a certain age, you start drinking black coffee. You
I
start
still
smoking
don't drink black coffee.
cigarettes.
I throw fucking creamer in it. I don't put sugar in it. I just like creamer.
Yeah, I don't think you could attribute that to just getting old. Some people just don't
But-
like black coffee.
You know, I did.
I didn't used to like black coffee when I was a child too, you know. But eventually, you get older. You
I
realize.
went from Jack Daniels to Bud Light to Yangling to real whiskey.
I'm older than you, Kevin. Fucking black coffee sucks.
You're both older than me.
It's mud.
You still drink fucking milkshakes from Starbucks, so I don't really want to hear it.
I haven't had a milkshake from Starbucks
We
in
should
years.
totally go to Starbucks together.
Like,
sometime.
oh my god,
oh
it's
my
been like
God.
6 years.
Like,
It's
we should-
time.
Yes.
Bitch, you are coming.
Okay,
Yes, bitch.
I will totally fucking come, but I have to get my little sandwich. Okay, you got to get
The ham and cheese croissant.
No. You get the ham and Swiss on baguette. Okay, it is so divine.
John, I don't want to be a dick, but you say croissant like a dick.
It's a croissant.
I
Okay,
am a dick.
it's a croissant.
all right. We're coming back. Okay, we'll stop that, I swear. And we're back.
Sourdough doesn't make good lube.
Wow. That's an opener.
That's a hell of a cold open there.
Jesus.
That should be the name of the podcast.
Yeah. Sourdough doesn't make good lube. There it is. You won. Congratulations. You get inspiration.
Don't worry, I'm writing that down.
Wow.
Wow, I don't even know how to follow that.
I have to burp. That was a weak burp. That was a whiskey burp.
Full disclosure, I did not try to use sourdough as lube.
Fucking lies.
It was just fucking
Bullshit.
It just came.
You dipped your cock in the batter and you liked it.
Hell yeah.
He ate the bread later.
That's what that hole in the bread is. I thought you just didn't need it enough.
Yeah, that's something I've always wondered. Like, you ever seen chicks like fuck themselves with, like a cucumber or something? It's like, did she eat that later?
I probably would.
Probably.
I mean, I probably would too. You know, you wash it off, it'll be fine.
Sure, man. Totally wash it.
Oh yeah. You ever seen that episode of Family Guy where I can't remember who it was, but somebody has an imaginary wife, and Stewie and Brian sat there and put a cucumber in the seat where the imaginary wife was supposed to be sitting, and it turned into a pickle?
Yeah. It was Lois's disturbed brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they put it, he said that his wife was just going to sit there on the couch while he went out. And so he was like, he had the cucumber and he was like, hey, you think he would mind if we just left this right here? Just right there? Yeah. And they both just died laughing. And Brian was like, no, we're just going to leave it there. And then 2 weeks from now, if it turns into a pickle, we both have to buy him a steak. And then, like 2 weeks later, Lois is like, whose pickle is this? And Brian's like, hey, Stewie! And he's like, I heard!
I wonder if that would actually work.
No. You need vinegar.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
But
No.
you could make
An old decaying cucumber.
or you know, I mean, or bread.
In a snatch?
I believe this is a
with
yeast.
snatch yeast.
Ugh.
You can make bread. There are women that have done it.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
also kind of curious if you could like make alcohol with it.
That's like
I
breast milk ice
imagine
cream,
you
dude.
could.
I mean, if you can make bread with cunt juice, you could probably do it.
Dude, you can make
with-
people into barbecue. Doesn't mean you should do so.
I mean, I'm not saying you should do it. I just want to know if it's a possibility.
Early.
You know, there's a whole cookbook dedicated to cooking with cum.
What?
Yeah.
You would know that.
Cooking with cum. That sounds like a fucking Cheech and Chong skit.
Come enjoy this dinner.
I will come and enjoy this dinner.
Wow. Just fuck.
There's weird shit out there, man.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, they say the internet is mostly porn.
That's not pee, that's squirt. Ever seen that one? I
mean,
it's a
I know
girl.
what you're talking about, but
Yeah, the girl in the Auburn t-shirt with a gap in her teeth. Like she's done a little bit of meth.
just messing around a little
Methany.
Yeah,
bit.
Methany.
Methany.
Methany
She
up
likes
with the
to-
Auburn shirt on.
She likes to hang out with her boyfriend, Matthew.
Yeah. And back in the
So this
very...
motherfucker right here. We, I had this young couple living with us
Uh-oh.
for a little bit, and they had this car. And they needed some help picking it up. And so, like, we went and rented a tow dolly and shit from U-Haul. And went out there to this girl's mom's house to pick up this car. And, this thing is dead. And we have, like, no way to really get it on the trailer. And we've done pushed this thing out in the street. Like, we're pushing the fucking thing, trying to get it up on the trailer, and we just can't get enough fucking momentum. Bitch's mom comes out,
Oh my god.
methed all the way up.
Holy shit.
I
Like,
forgot about this
in the
part of the
radio.
story.
Move aside, fellas!
Sit fucking in, like, turning the radio on in her car and just sitting in it with the fucking radio bumping, coming up and talking to us, like, just at 100 miles an hour and not stopping and saying nothing.
She's actually
And,
methed up.
and like, Kevin, fucking, she's like talking and shit. And finally, we're just like, he's fed up with it. He's, all right, Methany, I need you to go somewhere.
He literally said that?
Did I say that?
You did. You fucking called her Methany.
Dude,
I was so done with that.
she'll remember that for the rest of her days.
I was so fed up with that whole situation at that point. It was fucking raining.
Like,
It was fucking cold.
we pulled the truck downhill and was like, look, we're going to roll the car onto the dolly, and if it don't go, we're going to roll it into the ditch.
I remember saying this to John. I was like, look, you got about one more time of me trying this, and I'm going to get in that truck, and I'm going to leave, and I'm going to leave you here with them, and what you do with them after that is your prerogative.
I can hear that Methany rubbed off on you some.
He said it at about the same speed as her.
Well, I mean,
It was 9 o'clock. It wasn't quite 9, but it was like, I
It
don't
was
know,
getting
7
dark.
or 8 o'clock at night. It was fucking raining. It was fucking cold. I was fucking over it.
yeah, that sounds.
Bethany's sitting there chattering boxes
This
in
is
my
something
fucking ear.
that none of us wanted to fucking do to begin with. And, like, it was just like we were there. Either this car is going on this tow dolly or it's going in the ditch right there.
I had a similar interaction with my brother Kevin. He bought a front end loader with a flat tire. Went to pick it up with a flatbed trailer. And no winch.
Oh.
So he's like, hey dude, I got the sick ass deal. You can help me? And I was supposed to work front desk at a fucking hotel. It was COVID times. And I refused to do unemployment. So
Dumbass.
I refused for like a year.
Sometimes I wish I would have done that shit.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Well, I eventually did give in toward the end there.
Although, as somebody that tried to get unemployment somewhat recently, they don't like to give that shit out.
They didn't mind then.
No.
Kevin is actually the one who fucking changed my mind about it. Not this Kevin, my brother Kevin. And I was like, dude, he's like, dude, you ain't doing unemployment? I was like, no, dude. He's like, dude, I'm bringing down like $1,000 a week. I got youngins. You won't get that much, but you'll get plenty. I was like, dude, I just don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to be that fucking dude just living off the government. He's like, dude, this is money you have been paying in your whole fucking life. How many years you been working? And I was like, since I was 16. He's like, well, you've been paying in since you were 16. This is just the money that you've been giving them all this time. Fucking hit it. Hit that shit. You got shit to feel bad for. And yeah, so I did it, and he was right.
It was way fucking better.
It felt really good to just sit in my house. I remember the day the first check hit, it was like $1,400, and I was like, whoops. I am poor white trash, and I shouldn't have access to this kind of capital. We're going to the mud tire store right now.
I could hear it like, we're going to Denny's.
The good Denny's. Not the bad one.
Weren't you living in Clanton?
Yeah, I was living in Clanton. We did have a Denny's. It was right next to the...
Damn, we're going to Whataburger, baby.
Yeah, we're going to Whataburger. We're going to Peach Park after. It's going to be awesome.
I wired a Whataburger.
I've eaten at that Whataburger. It ain't that good.
It varies like any restaurant.
Yeah. I like the burgers. They're pretty good.
Dude, that one in Clanton, I used to hit that thing every time I was leaving fucking Maplesville. I'd hit that Whataburger there, and it was so fucking good. And then when I went back to that one you wired up, and I was like, this just ain't the same. What the fuck's going on? And then I hit the one in Clanton again after your papa's funeral.
Yep.
And I was like, it ain't the same. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I think usually when I left Maplesville back in those days, I was leaving with a very empty sack. If you know what I mean. And I think that had something to do with it.
Honestly, dude, their burgers are pretty good with just like mayo and mustard.
Yeah.
You know, mayo and mustard burgers are awesome.
I get the one with the jalapenos on it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I used to do it was just a plain old double bacon cheeseburger.
So, like, in their dining room, there's this light fixture that goes all the way around it. It's one light fixture that you got to bolt together at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had told the superintendent on the job early on, I was like, hey, man, you got to change the framing shit, because this is kind of a big light that goes up in the hole. He's like, no way, man, it's tape light. Like, no, man, it's not tape light. And he just did not believe me. And so, like, they've set all the furniture, all the finished paints on the wall, everything's been done. And he's like, when are you gonna hang that tape light? I'm like, it ain't a tape light. Like, well, what the fuck is it? And so I just like bring it to him, and it's this fucking 4-inch deep fucking fixture that's supposed to be recessed. He's like, oh my God. And he freaks out. And so they did this whole big fucking change order and get these he goes in there to cut the sheetrock in front of us.
I like how he said amigos.
Because they're our friends.
That's a... Oh my God, dude, you are so kosher. Like, fucking, the Jews would just eat you up, bro.
Well, that's
I've started learning some Spanish phrases working out of Tia now.
Dos cervezas, por favor.
Dos cerveza, cuatro taco.
Cuatro taco.
Hey, man, you know how to get on board with a bunch of brick masons on a job site?
Yeah.
You bring 4 12-packs of Modelo, and they'll do whatever you want.
Hey.
Look, that works for white people, too.
Yeah, it works for anybody. You bring 4 12-packs of any alcoholic beverage. We're friends, man. We're buddies.
You just made a new best friend.
I'm saying.
You're going to have to, like, hit me with a stick or something to make me go away.
Yeah, you want to do fucking karate in the garage, man?
Dude, let's make bunk beds.
So these motherfuckers are climbing in the ceiling, adjusting framing and shit, trying to get the shit right. And we're coming behind them trying to hang this light fixture. It's 4 of us. And at this point, we've gotten like a third of the fixture up. We've gone around the corner and we're in the middle part. And another foreman ran out of some shit to do on their job, and they were heading back to the shop. They were like, fuck it, we're going to get the rest of our hours there and come help you out. I'm like, hell yeah, come on. So they show up right as the point as we're fighting this thing into the fucking ceiling. And they walk in the door. And, like, they hear me cussing out the other 3 guys that are with us. And they're cussing me out back. And it's just a fucking bitch fest. And they walk in, and they hear that shit and turn right around and walk back out.
This reminds me of, like, the oldest joke in the book. Like, how many Polacks does it take to screw in a light bulb?
That's racist.
That's racist.
It's not racist. They're white now.
I guess so.
So, like,
I mean, everybody's white.
he can say
white.
Polak, but I can't say amigo because they're my friends.
Because they're not white, John. They're brown.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
You are white, so you absolutely can't say that.
I mean, you're probably right. I guess
You suck, John.
whatever.
We're all cis white males at this table. There's only so many things we can say.
How do you know I'm a cis white male? They don't know that. I could be fucking
Spoiler alert, John's a cis white male.
be an amigo.
You know, throughout this whole
I'm a
conversation,
bad
the funniest
person,
thing
I'm
I
sorry.
think
We're all bad people, bro. Fucking, there's not. I don't think there's a good one among us anymore on the planet.
I'm just saying, like, every, like, Hispanic person I've worked with, I fucking have loved.
They fucking kick ass, dude.
Like, I've been gifted cigars.
They got a work
The
ethic
most.
that isn't born here anymore.
Like, these are the kind of people
no,
that
that's the kind of work ethic you only get from being born in like the dirt.
Yeah, you must be good at what you
I
do.
tell you about my other buddy that, I don't want to say his name on there, but I met him when he worked at a company called Latin Electric. Okay.
Latin Electric.
That was the name of the company.
That's who's doing my wiring.
Well, this guy,
Oh yeah.
you know, I worked with him right about the time I got my electrical license, and you know, it inspired him, and he went and got his, and now this motherfucker is running a multi-million-dollar electrical company in Atlanta.
Look at this motherfucker.
And I'm like, dude, you're fucking killing it. And I talk to him regularly.
That's
free.
the work ethic fueled by beans and cerveza.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's racist.
That's racist as shit.
Look, man, you ever had to take a shit so bad you got your work done faster? Like, that's what beans does. Okay?
I thought about it sometimes though. I was like, you know, if I think if I just switched to an all bean and Modelo diet, I think I could get some shit
You're gonna
done.
have to like edit the last hour of this podcast.
No, dude, it's in reverence. We love our brown brothers.
Dude,
Fucking, I wish I could make shit like they could. Dude, the fucking, literally every worker of Hispanic descent that I have ever made contact with was awesome. I've never met one that wasn't.
They're all fucking great.
Yeah.
I worked with this one.
They
He
throw
was-
a hell of a party.
Yeah.
He was the foreman of a concrete form company. What they did was they made the forms and poured concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me to come out to his house and do some work. And I got there and we're doing the work, and he's like, "Can you come upstairs and check out these receptacles? My squirrel gets out and pisses everywhere."
What?
What? Wait a minute.
What?
Did you say your squirrel gets out? He's
My
like,
squirrel gets out and
"Yeah,
pisses
I got a
everywhere."
pet squirrel." You're fucking with me. Nah, man. So I went in there. This motherfucker's got like this fucking 4 foot deep by 7 foot wide floor to ceiling cage in this room that his squirrel hangs out in.
Wow.
And like he walks in this room, the squirrel gets excited, runs up to the cage, he sticks his finger in there, rubs the back of its fucking jaw, and it's all like a cat and shit rubbing up
Wow.
on him. It's a goddamn squirrel.
He raised that squirrel.
Yeah, he did. Like he found it as a fucking
Squirrel baby?
squirrel baby, whatever you call him.
Squirrel it?
I was about to call it a pup.
That sounds about right.
Almost, yeah. Squirrel. pup.
And he raised it, and now like it's his best friend. It just gets out and pisses all over his electrical shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you see that fucking story about that lady who befriended a fucking wingless bee?
yes,
And
that was a sad story.
because
Like,
it died because it's a bee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
because
bee.
they only live 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But
and
it's crazy that it actually hung out with her and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Did it hang out with her, or could it just
was
not
it
fly
gonna
away?
fly away?
Well, apparently, there was on video. She would let it go, and it would walk away and eat the thing, and then come back towards her, and she put her hand out, and it'd crawl up in her hand. You know what I mean? It came to her.
It was cool as shit. Like, she was bequeathed a bee.
Bequeathed. She was bequeathed a bit. Buzz.
She was the queen. She was McQueen.
Yeah, I don't want it. McQueen. Yes, McQueen. But, yeah.
Maybe the vegans are onto something.
What?
I'm just
Well, like
saying.
with the
How
animal
dare
friends
you.
and stuff.
I'm just saying.
It's not
Mr.
gonna-
Ribeye, I don't think so. I
don't know.
I
There's
say
some-
that to say this. It's not going to stop me from eating squirrel and dumplings, okay? Like,
Oh. Well, squirrels are cool.
squirrels are
and
delicious.
stuff.
Squirrels are rats with a fluffy tail.
You're right. I mean, I
I
have eaten.
like rats. They're cute.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm not a big rat guy.
Some rats are pretty cute. I've seen cute rats.
I really feel bad for the cute rats when I feed them to the snake.
Yeah.
Because they squeal and shit. And I'm like,
And they're like handleable, like pet rats, huh?
debatable. Not all of them.
You get them from PetSmart?
No.
Oh,
I get them from the little shop over on Somerville.
they're just rando rats.
I feel like you'd get too many questions
Well,
asked at
no,
a
like-
pet store.
I got a story about that.
I got a story too, actually.
But they one time I went in there and I asked them if they had any jumbos and they're like, no. Well, we got this one.
If they classify their rats as jumbos, I'm pretty sure they're not worried what you feed it to.
No, they
You ordered a double quarter pounder.
they
With
came out
cheese,
there and they're
baby,
holding this
with
rat.
cheese.
They're holding this rat. They're rubbing his tummy. They're like, we've had him for so long. He was the breeder. He's made so many babies, and we're just gonna have to accept that this is the circle of life.
Oh my god!
And gave him to me, and I'm like, if you don't want to sell me that rat, you ain't got to. I can wait.
That rat ended up in your snake, didn't it?
It did.
Oh my god! Dude, that is so fucked up, dude.
They're like, it's okay. It's the life cycle your snake's got to eat. He needs a proper sized meal. And I'm like, but you love that.
Why
rat.
did you pet his belly in front of me?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That rat's about to be a turd
So-
in like 2 days.
You know the pet supermarket off Macon Road?
Uh-huh.
So, like, one day my normal shop didn't have any rats big enough. And so I went over there to see if they had anything. And I walked in and I'm like, I'm looking for some jumbo rats. And they're like, we don't really have any rats right now. Come in another day. I'm like, oh, well, my snake's got to eat today. Got any guinea pigs? Well, you know what? I think we might have a jumbo rat in the back.
So I had a very similar experience.
Wow.
We've been going. My wife has a turtle. Okay, and from time to time, my wife likes to feed said turtle live fish
Uh-huh.
because that's what a fucking turtle eats sometimes.
Dude, fuck a
Sometimes-
fish. I have no fucking... I don't give
They
a
don't
fuck.
have
I'm
feelings.
1,000% with you, but there was this one woman, this particular store that we go to all the time. It's right there by the house. My wife will go in there, and if she's not working, the other little girl has absolutely no problem telling my wife whatever fish she wants, for whatever reason she wants. She could care less. One woman. She's like, autistic focus is these fucking fish. And if she knows my wife now, because we've gone in there several times trying to buy these fish, and this woman's like, well, no, but you're going to feed them to the turtle. It's not good for the turtle, and you're going to kill the fish. And she's like, fucking veganed out on these fucking fish.
Does she own this store?
No. She is a peon.
And
She makes $7.25 an hour selling fish.
And she won't sell you a
She won't
fish.
sell us the goddamn fish.
Well,
I'm
honestly,
just
dude,
saying you could just come to my backyard.
to be fair, if I was making $7.25 an hour, I'm going to swing around every little bit of power I got, buddy. We're extorting this shit.
Well, you know what? I think we might have a jumbo rat in the back.
I'm fucking, we are extorting this shit.
But if this woman is like 50 years old, working in a fucking pet store, and I got to tell you, right now, if I was making $7.25 an hour selling fish, I wouldn't give two flying fucks what you were doing with those fish. You could stick those fish up your pee hole for all I fucking care.
Dude, circa 1980-tism hits different. It just does.
Wow.
I mean, he's got a point, though.
Imagine.
You know, a lot of old people talk about like autism and stuff only came around after the 90s. But you look at some old people stuff and they've got this specific shelf with these specific things that you're not supposed to touch because they're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were totally autism.
Well, they created it. Fucking all these fucking like 1950s hustlers, you know, fucking eating cigarettes on their sandwich, fucking while they're pregnant with twins.
See, the problem is like with our generation and later generations is the problem is diagnosed, so it's a problem. See, back then they didn't know it was a problem.
Yeah, they just thought
it was a
little
quirk.
weird.
Yeah, Ted Bundy was just weird, huh?
Yeah. You have extreme cases in all scenarios.
Yeah.
But you know, they were just like, you know, this person just has a tick. They still get shit done.
He's just a little weird. Just put a helmet on him and send him out back. It'll be all right.
A man's a man, a woman's a woman. You can squirt out a baby or squirt one into a lady. You're all right.
No matter what fucked up shit you had in your brain, you still had to get shit done and you had to handle your shit.
Yeah.
You don't
or you got put in the
anymore.
basement and talk, and you know, if somebody asked, be like, "Oh, we don't really talk about that anymore."
You don't have to do that anymore, and people can just like let their shit run their life, and it's become a massive problem.
I think we should just embrace the Camp method. Put them in the basement.
Not everybody can get shot in the head while they're riding down the street in a car.
Not that one.
Which one are you talking about, dude? This is a lot of Kennedy.
The one that was in the basement that they didn't talk about.
I don't know about that one.
I know about the other one though.
John F. Kennedy had 3 kids. One of them was a girl, and fucking she got diagnosed with insanity.
Oh, that's terrible.
Fucking lobotomized her, and they kept her in the basement.
Oh my god.
They did lobotomies for a long time.
That sounds like some Epstein shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, they're
the Kennedys are the
we are an
original
important
Epsteins.
family. We can't have a retarded in our family. Okay.
They called them.
You piece of shit! How dare you say that word?
No. We do a lot for the retardeds. We just don't like that one.
What, Mongoloid?
So, like this job that I was telling you about earlier, the one with the lead and the Holy Trinity and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that probably had a lot to do with the tisms.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
by the way,
when I first went out there, we had to watch this fucking 50-minute video, and the first 10 minutes of it was about how you can't have symbols of hate on your vehicle, and it showed a drawn picture of a truck with a rebel flag in the back window.
Wow.
It's like we don't allow symbols of hate on our job sites, and like you can't fucking put damn.
What annoys me is for a lot of people that's just a symbol of Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a fucking.
it's about states' rights.
Just good old boys. Never meaning no harm.
So you want to know something kind of funny?
What?
So my stepdad did Civil War reenactments for a long time.
Yeah?
He never did it for the South, though. He always did the northern side. I'm like, well, you were born in Alabama, you lived in Alabama, you stayed in Georgia.
I ain't never
you
been
know.
nothing but a winner.
Well, how come you didn't want to represent the home team? And his answer, just plain and simple, was just, oh, the uniforms were more comfortable.
I had a little more ballroom up north.
Are you saying their dicks are bigger?
I'm saying their ladies knew their way around a sack.
Shoo, boy, I tell you what now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because all the South suits were made by forced labor. You think they're going to be comfortable?
Wow.
Yeah. fucking. I think that's just math. That's just common sense.
I don't know. I mean, there's some good stuff that came out.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, look, fried chicken.
And your mama.
Collard greens.
Yeah. That was all the leftovers. Chitlins.
I don't like chitlins.
I don't either.
I like fried chitlins.
I'm not eating intestines.
I've only eaten
You eat
chitlins one time.
Eat sausage. Eat hot dogs.
Fuck you.
Pig lips and assholes.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. The fuck you think that casing is?
I'd rather just have baby duck pussy lip taco.
Is pig's pussy pork?
Baby duck pussy lip taco. Baby duck pussy lip taco makes filet mignon taste like boot leather.
You need like 70 of them to make one taco, though.
Takes a lot of baby duck pussy lips to make a taco.
All right, Ron.
Dude, he said it with such gusto. Fucking Ron, he put the stank on it. Baby
Ron
duck
White
pussy
is
lip
the
taco.
Ron White is the greatest comedian of all time.
I think he's gay. I swear he's gay. He's got to be with the fucking ascot and shit, dude.
Dude, he has a joke about that. He's like, you know what? If it wasn't for the whole butt fucking thing, I probably could have been gay. I mean, look at this suit.
He told you seen the bit about the fucking the transvestite whorehouse. Oh my god, he said he was in the Navy or whatever, and he went to North Korea or South Korea one. And every day when he got off work, he heard about this fucking sick-ass whorehouse where you go out there with a $5 bill, a cute girl gets in there, gets you a blowjob, hops out.
Oh, I know this.
And he went there every day. And then, 30 years later, he's watching a documentary on his television about the oldest running transvestite whorehouse in the world.
It was the Philippines.
In the Philippines, yeah. And he's like, you know the difference between a guy, a blowjob from a girl and a blowjob from a guy? There ain't one. I was like, yeah. And, I had my suspicions about him. Hey, you think about people sometimes. You're just sitting around thinking about whatever. You got time off when you get those. I remember his joke about, he was talking to his cousin. I remember this joke vividly because I watched the Blue Collar Comedy Tour on DVD over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, my cousin was like, man, the world would be a lot better if there wasn't so many gay people in it. And he was like, you know what? The next time you have a thought, just
let it
go.
You watch
We're all gay, buddy. But it's just to what extent are you gay? He said, that's bullshit. I ain't gay at all. All right, well, you like porn? I love porn. You know that. So, you only watch porn of a man and a woman making love? Or do you only watch porn with two women? Said, no, I watch a man and a woman making love. What do you like for the dude to have a little tiny half-flaccid penis? He says, no, I love big, hard, throbbing cock. Oh, shit. I did not know that about myself. It's fucking beautiful. What a joke that was.
That was the same one where he told another joke about when he discovered masturbation.
Yeah.
He says he was about 13 years old and he figured out something real fun to do with himself. And he got caught by his grandmother in the garage just doing it. And she said to him, it's better for your seed to fall in the belly of a whore than on the ground. And he heard that and he took it to heart.
He said, that's hard to argue with that logic. You got $50. She said it was in the Bible. The Bible says it's better for your seed to fall in the belly of a whore.
A whore?
Ryan White's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He's totally fucking gay. Definitely gay. Fucking just seeing him now, fucking all leathery with his goddamn the ascot, dude.
Yeah. He quit drinking.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. He had a whole tequila brand called Number Juan.
Number one. That's fucking incredible.
And he quit drinking.
Wow.
How do you
Number
own
one.
a liquor company and quit drinking?
I have no idea.
You can make the product and not consume it.
Yeah, with meth.
Mm.
This is Breaking Bad.
Mm.
But, dude, I just feel like such a fraud. Like, say, if I was to develop just like, I don't know, the best version of Yang Lang ever brewed, and it was the Yang Lang Traditional Lager Eads Edition. And then, the day after it comes out, I out myself as an alcoholic and say, I will not consume any more alcohol, it's bad. But I keep accepting the funds for this edition.
Yeah, it would be kind of a fucked up thing to do.
So, everybody drink this thing that I have admitted is bad.
Well, morally, it probably ain't that right, but you probably wouldn't be bitching about it from your yacht.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to complain on one of those. There's a filter that like anything you say on a yacht.
I don't give a shit.
That's what kind of gets me about Rage Against the Machine in particular.
Oh my god!
Dude,
don't get me started. Do we even have to go here? Like, do we really need to?
Look, we all
finish this
agree.
thought?
We all agree that they are anti-capitalist ragers who have become what they hate. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can agree on that, but
we
they're
can
fucking
negate.
retarded.
We can negate the whole topic. I just want to say this.
I didn't know
Tim
it was
Comerford is hilarious because he just concreted the entire bass player stereotype because they got back together for a little while. Now they've supposedly broken up, and I think it was Guitar Player magazine asked Tim Comerford, was like, so what's happening with the breakup with Rage Against the Machine? And he's like, I don't know, I'm the bass player, they don't tell me anything. He said that in an actual interview that got printed in paper on a magazine.
But we don't have to sidestep the whole thing. I honestly don't know the drama. So from what I gather, their ticket prices are too high.
Yeah, it's like $2,000 for nosebleed section.
And that's what everybody's mad about. So Rage Against the Machine, they're supposed to represent every man, but only the richest of folk can come see them.
Which is also an oxymoron if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody with that much money is probably not going to support a band like that.
My problem with it is they're just like constantly just a bunch of comedy.
Oh yeah?
And that's really it.
I never looked deeply into the lyrics. I was like, oh yeah, those are some angry 90s Gen Xers.
No, they're very...
It is pretty pro-communism.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much. Yeah.
Like,
we were just talking about forming a hippie.
down
Weren't we going to do that?
But you understand, communism works on a local scale. But when you try to scale it up beyond that, is when shit falls apart.
It's one of those things
Nazi
where
Germany.
Yeah.
Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
Because usually communism comes with a dictator, and with a dictator comes bullshit.
So realistically, you need a hippie commune that, that works. Communism works on a farm.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to pull their weight.
So you don't have one dude fucking everybody's wife or anything.
Right. But
you
communism
can't have
works
that.
on a
That
farm.
gets weird.
Granted, even then, you've still got one guy that's kind of got to orchestrate everything. But again, you could say that's equally just his job.
That's what he does. He's just good at orchestrating things.
Now,
that power could go to his head.
On this small scale of communism, you'll have another farm. And sometimes this farm will go shit, this farm will need. And vice versa. And so their leaders will have to communicate, trade resources, and trade money.
You just pick the guy with the highest charisma score.
Right. So these two communist communes have to engage in capitalism with each other to make their life work. So realistically, on a large scale, you need a blended system.
Yeah. I believe we've come to the conclusion that no one system is completely correct.
Yeah, I think I'm absolutely on board with that. I think that makes more sense than most shit.
So,
because that's kind of what we already do. We're just not admitting it.
Yeah. You see, with what we have now is not even capitalism. We live in a world of corporatism. And it's really just corporatism is where you take capitalism and throw the communism at the very top of the leaders to where they're all equals. They just say that they're competing,
but they're in cahoots.
It's monopoly with more steps.
Yeah. So
it's a massive web of monopoly.
Right. But true capitalism is more like chaotic. But it doesn't work on an individual scale.
Like I say, you have a collection of carpenters operating out of Columbus, Georgia. None of them offer coffin shelves. So I start making them and selling them for $25 a pop. Then some punk kid just inherits a pallet or pallets of lumber that is exactly the right size to make them. He cranks them out and undercuts me at $5 a pop. I fall into nothingness. He rises. And then as soon as those pallets run out, he bumps his prices up to what mine were because that's all that's left. They have to buy.
And you should have innovated and learned how to communicate with this kid that popped up the pallet and brought your skills to the table that you two could can work together.
Yeah.
And create a fucking product for the market of capitalism.
Capitalistic communism.
Yep. There it is.
Communism works on a small scale. Capitalism works on a large.
Adapt or die. That is the will of evolution.
But you don't have to adapt alone for the communism.
There it is. So when we start our hippie commune, you will be our social studies.
Probably not a good idea.
No, it's a great idea. I think our kids would benefit from this.
I think it's a terrible idea.
No, they need to know the math of the way shit works. Really. You know, I'll teach them how to make nails. They'll teach them how to look at stuff and say things about it. And you'll
I'll teach them to burn the house down.
The fuck is that?
You're an engine inspector.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he can definitely look at stuff and tell us about it.
There it is.
Well, that's a glass with a little bit of whiskey in it.
Yeah.
I'll teach them to burn the house down and collect their nails to use on the next house.
Hell! That's called recycling. That's environmentalism. Let's go.
Oh, Lord.
We gotta make sure the next
You know how
batch.
much it hurts my feelings to say communism works, period?
Well,
It's just stating a fact.
everything works on the correct scale.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as though anything is exempt. You're not saying like hell works on a small scale.
It seems to work on a pretty large scale too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not familiar with that, but I imagine if I was to think of the perfect, so
I mean, my understanding of hell
is that it's the perfect punishment for you.
You can't look at community and forget about no matter what this is.
What you're saying is we need outsourcing.
So you need to understand every cog in your system, what you need.
Not every spoke in the wheel is born the same. Now, some of them are serial killers and stuff.
Yeah, those are the ones you kind of
Like Ted Bundy.
you kind of either get rid of them or weaponize one of the two.
Yeah, point them at something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just put a rifle in that kid's hands and send him off to Iraq or something.
Oh my God! So we just grab all the pedos, right? We teach them Chinese.
Okay, so to get off of that subject a
Yeah,
little,
but no, that's a good moral dilemma. I like it.
Hold on. I have a bit of another moral dilemma for you. Kind of in the same subject here.
All right.
I heard this the other day, and I want to get y'all's opinion on it. So think of any army in the history of the world. Like the Nazis, think of the Romans, the fucking Spartans, whatever. Even the Vikings, even.
The Army of Mordor.
No. These were all terrible armies. That were
The army of semen in my sack.
Wow. It's kind of going there, actually, but to my point, think of any army, okay? They were terrifying. To see them come over the horizon is like, oh my God, they're gonna come and they're gonna kill us and they're gonna rape our women.
They're gonna come.
It's just a troop full of fucking sadists out there.
What if that army?
They're gonna be leaking as they're stabbing us.
What if that army was gay though?
Oh no!
It would make it so much worse.
They would fight harder to protect their brother.
They would fight harder to protect their butthole.
Yes.
Well, they're all. Are they all? Is it a mix of tops and bottoms, or is it all tops?
It's all tops.
That was the
all tops. No
top
bottoms.
secret.
You know that's the whole reason like Spartans promoted homosexuality and shit.
Oh yeah, it's just a whole nother form of mental fucking.
Yeah,
fuck
so
you.
they would fight harder to protect the person fighting next to them because they like to fuck.
And also, they can look at the general across the road and be like, "Come here, boy."
There has to have been a bit of a mirror boy.
Marble.
I'm gonna make you squeal like a pig, boy.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You got a pretty mouth.
I'm gonna stun you.
Boy, I'm gonna make you fucking sing like Sue.
Squeal like a pig. No.
Boy, grab them bootstraps there.
See this here pillow?
Take them breeches off. Panties too.
They ain't got no
Take them
gas.
off or I'm gonna rip them.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Ooh. Alright,
this might have got a little dark.
yeah. I typically don't give a shit, but even I'm creeped out.
Maybe whip that buck now.
Oh, God.
Mirror boy.
Welcome to Appalachia.
Having a little too much fun with this.
Yeah, I've become a little drunk.
What if that fellow from the Deliverance that said, I'm gonna make you squeal like a pig was also the same guy that said ain't got no gas in it?
Ain't got no... Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah. Sling Blade.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Like,
I'm gonna make you squeal like a pig.
he was trying to make you squeal like a pig, but his dick ain't got no gas in it.
You won't not move around while I'm doing my thing. You hear me?
Have you guys actually watched Sling Blade?
I have.
I haven't watched actual Sling Blade, but I have watched Deliverance.
I've watched Sling Blade a million times.
I've watched both of them.
Sling Blade's so good.
This is a pretty good movie. It's not how you think it would be.
Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, it's very sympathetic
You never
to
go
old
full
poor
retard.
Sling Blade there.
Yeah, because it's not his fault. He did what he did to save the kid.
Yeah.
You know?
He was the hero, actually, in that movie.
He really
but
was.
every time anybody talks about it, all they're talking about is like, biscuits and mustard, and I'm fucking retarded, and I'm a fuck you.
Because it was funny.
I'm just saying, like, I legitimately like to put mustard on my biscuits.
It's really good.
Yeah,
All right.
it is good.
Fucking biscuits, little sausage,
Yeah.
fucking mustard.
I love those little Jimmy Dean biscuits, the little sausage biscuits. Just dip those in mustard.
I like.
You know what's really good? You want to
Fucking-
up that shit a little bit more? Put some jelly on there, too.
I'll put some cheese on.
I like.
Put you some, get
I
you
do.
a sausage biscuit with a little bit of mustard and some grape jelly. That shit's delicious.
I get link, egg, and cheese biscuits from Alabama gas stations.
Fuck yes.
Dude, them gas
Put
station
some
biscuits
fucking
are hard.
mustard on it.
Man,
and,
that's the
like,
one
that
thing.
is like,
That's the one thing with changing jobs. I used to fuck up damn link, egg, and cheese biscuit at that Chevron
my
there.
God.
I ain't got no goddamn
gotta
biscuits
say-
anymore.
Then you find one that those fried egg on that son of a bitch. and it's
Oh, how the fuck did you do that to me?
Oh,
Goddamn, son, Joe, I'm going to come back here tomorrow.
Motherfucker, I'll be waking up on the weekend and driving 30 minutes to get a fucking biscuit.
But
That
I gotta
good-
say, my
that
lady
good
friend in
neck
there,
of sausage. Oh,
Caroline in there has just burnt gas station food for me. She cooks so good.
I believe it.
She cooks so. Them biscuits she makes. Them biscuits she makes, and she put the sausage in there and the eggs.
God dang,
and
man.
she put cream cheese in her grits.
Oh,
man, are you saying we
I
should
didn't
come
even know
over
that
for
was a-
breakfast?
It's a fucking thing.
that's a thing.
That's a thing. You put cream cheese in there, and you put the
I
the
think I
cheddar in
could do. I could do a breakfast and just not eat the rest of the day.
grits and cream cheese
You
and
probably-
some cheddar cheese and some salt, and boy, I could just sit
But
over
the
at
way
some
that
bitch.
breakfast sounds, you ain't gonna eat for the next 3 days.
Yeah, boy, it sounds.
I could sit there with a biscuit and fuck meat. I don't need nothing. I'm just getting it in grits and in biscuits, and I'm good.
I'm kind of weird. I like to throw jelly in my grits.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird, but this is America. Do whatever
really,
you like.
It's
I like
really
eggs
delicious.
I like eggs in my grits.
And bonus points if you got apple juice.
I have this weird thing. Whenever I'm served a meal, I like to have a little bit of everything on the plate and every bite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want some of all of it.
I just like food conglomeration.
Yeah, a goulash, if you would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm served bacon
Yeah, I
and
want
eggs,
my sandwich
grits.
to be this tall and have everything on.
Yeah.
See, that's why I fucking love Thanksgiving, man. That after Thanksgiving turkey sandwich, the
Problem
moist
is
maker.
like all my Thanksgiving get-togethers, don't nobody cook anything worth a shit to do that.
Did y'all have an epiphany as
Other than
youngins?
like my wife.
Did y'all have an epiphany as youngins that you could make a sandwich as tall? Do you remember the
Yes.
moment you realized it?
I
Yes.
had that epiphany when I was about 12 years old.
I'd do that and then grill it like grilled cheese.
Goddamn right you do.
I remember. we
That's
was
the only way to survive.
we was dirt poor. We didn't never go out to eat nothing. We're eating sandwiches. We're doing whatever we got. And I always see these commercials for these Whoppers or these what's the big old McDonald's?
Shit.
The Big Mac?
The Big
Big
Mac,
Mac,
yeah. And had the
That
piece of
ain't
bread in the
that
middle.
big.
Dude, you know,
No, but it looks big on the commercial.
first time I ever had a Big Mac, I was
missed
so
the Grand
goddamn
Mac.
disappointed.
I miss the Grand Mac.
I made
The
myself.
Big Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made myself. This is the first time I ever fucking designed anything. I had to think. This is my engineering little 7-year-old, 8-year-old mind. Like, I want one of those. I want a piece of bread in the middle. How do I do that? And I thought about it. I was like, so I just make a sandwich. I just pretend the top of my sandwich is the bottom of my next one. I made a giant ass mayo and bologna sandwich. And I was like, this is awesome.
I did the same thing, and then I went a little step further and made a quad sandwich.
I did
And then
that.
I realized it wasn't practical.
Because it don't fit in your mouth.
Yeah, shit
I did
don't
that
work.
with PB&J one time. And yeah, I just wound up taking it apart and eating 2 sandwiches.
At that point, it's just easier to eat 2 sandwiches.
I remember when I was working at the sawmill, you wanted to. One sandwich just wasn't enough, but 2 sandwiches was a lot of work and too much bread. So we'd make Big Mac, ham and cheese, or really it was just ham and mayo and mustard, and it was a double decker. And boy, that was some sustenance. On the diet of 1 dry biscuit in the morning, a Dr. Pepper, and then a double decker sandwich with a Powerade, and then maybe like a cracker for supper. Nothing. That diet, I absolutely just became a beast. I was a little titan. You
Look,
couldn't tell
man.
me shit. I would fuck you up, dude.
Look, man, that one sandwich has a shit pot load of calories in it.
Oh yeah,
That was a dense motherfucker right there.
it pushed me through.
This whole conversation has got me really wanting a grilled spam, egg, and cheese.
God damn.
I just want a fucking blank egg and cheese biscuit with a fried egg and some mustard.
I do want a poverty meal. I have a desperate desire for a poverty meal. Remember crash noodles?
Fuck yeah,
Oh my god, them things was good.
dude! I hadn't made them in a long time, but I introduced the wife to those things. Man, she's like, "This is fucking delicious."
I don't even
said,
know what a crash
yeah.
noodle is.
It's
Dude,
just
crash noodles is what we fucking survived on.
yeah. It's just ramen noodles and whatever's in the fridge, dude. It fucking
It's
That's how I do ramen any fucking
It's basically ramen, egg, and cheese, and for some reason, fucking mayonnaise.
yeah, and it's so good. It's so good. You put mayonnaise in
way. I ain't
there.
never done mayonnaise, but I've done butter. I've thrown fucking pieces of ham. I've done the
One
egg.
dollop of mayonnaise turns it into noodles and yum yum sauce
Oh wow.
Basically,
with
yeah.
egg. It's really good.
Dude, speaking of noodles, we went to that fucking ramen place.
Mizu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed.
What?
Like when it first opened, I ain't been since.
Dude, we fucking eat there like at least a couple times a month.
I was like, man, this is bullshit. Like,
It's because it's not the fucking top ramen, ain't it?
there was no flavor. It was fucking empty.
Hmm.
The shit was.
They forgot the
there.
flavor packet.
The fuck
Yeah.
are you talking about?
There was nothing to it. And
What
I
did you get?
I don't fucking remember.
You fucked up. That's your problem. That's not Mizu's problem. Don't you dare drag Mizu through this fucking mud puddle.
It's their problem. They
No.
should have fucking made the right shit.
No.
Okay, so this one not taste so good. You get that one right there. Did your first time here?
Yes.
How my friend you bring with you?
Oh no, Alabama black snake, too buku.
How my friend come with you? That's what. What's his name? What's his name? He's on your mom's house. God damn, he's funny. He's really funny.
Burt Kreischer or no?
Tom Segura.
Tom Segura. Yeah. He had he was talking to Bobby Lee. He was talking about how he walk into Chinese restaurants and he'd get like questions about his order. His order would be too big. and they are not chill about it whatsoever. They do not respect the fact that you are a fat American.
No.
And Bobby was like, well, just tell me what they said. And he was like, I can't say it. I can't. And he was like, no, I need you to say it. And he was like, how my friend come with you? How my friend come with you?
Dude,
You love food.
You want to know something kind of bad?
What?
The Chinese. So during COVID, we ordered from the Chinese place by the house a lot, and it got to a point where we were calling pretty much every Thursday night, give or take. And I called up there one time, and the little fella answers the phone, and he's like, "Hello." I said, "Yeah, I'd like to place one order for pickup." He's like, "I know what you want. You call up here every Thursday. You get same order every time. You get Mongolian beef, honey chicken, and vegetable lo mein. I know what the fuck you want.
I know what you want. I'm making it for you now. You pick up.
You not called last Thursday. I thought you died."
I took about 5 missing portion report.
Dude, the greatest thing that came out of COVID was fucking to-go margaritas.
Oh, God, that was great.
Oh, that was the best shit.
To-go margaritas.
Yeah, that was a
What
good
a time to
time.
be alive, huh?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I miss to go margaritas.
I do too.
All margaritas are to
You know, I've seen a motherfucker fucking get a to-go box and pour their margarita in it, stab the straw through the top of it.
He did the most redneck shit I've ever seen before in
I
my
haven't
life.
gone to the Mexican restaurant with you lately. What are you talking about?
The most redneck shit I've ever witnessed for in my life. We worked a 12-hour shift. We actually had to stay over for a couple hours. And me and my brother and this dude named Nathan O'Roy, I'll bleep that. We scooted over to the fucking Jack's in Clanton, the one closer to Thorsby.
Oh, you've told this story before.
And yeah, like he's drinking a beer in the parking lot. We're a night shift. It's 7 a.m, and he's drinking him a fucking Busch Light, and he sticks it in his jacket pocket. He puts 2 whole ones in his jacket pocket after chugging one in the fucking parking lot. We get inside, and I was like, "What this fucking dude gonna do?" He orders a plate of pancakes and a drink, and he takes the cup and he sticks his can down in it and a straw in there, and he's just sipping a Busch Light at the Jack's,
No, hold on. Your fucking family. We were going somewhere. We were at the fucking Texas Roadhouse, and fucking I can't remember who the fuck it was, but somebody fucking related to you. And we were standing there. And he's like, "Hey, I need a fucking spit cup, or I need a cup." We were all like, "What do you need a cup for?" We're standing outside. Because I was just a fucking spit cup. And come a minute later, he's fucking pouring a beer in it and sitting there drinking the damn thing.
What happened to you?
I don't know. I had the same shit happen when I fucking, met my biological family. One of them did the same shit.
No, I was fucking standing there with you. I can't remember what the hell it was. We wound up going from Texas Roadhouse
saying
to fucking IHOP.
I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm saying that I've seen the same shit happen at multiple family affairs.
Or not.
Yeah. With different people.
I'd never seen that at a single family function. Ever.
Really?
If anybody's drinking liquor or beer, it's coming out of the container it was purchased in. We're passing a bottle
dude,
around.
I'm sorry that your family sucks.
Hey, man.
Dude.
the whiskey's different. Clearly. But
dude, when I worked at fucking Pickle Barrel, everybody was drinking all the time.
I gotta give you this.
They gave me, at 17 years old, a styrofoam cup with a Budweiser in it.
Yeah. The type of whiskeys that were served at my family reunions and stuff like that, they didn't do this right here.
Yeah, they screwed.
They screwed off.
Yeah, you poured it out of a gallon of milk.
And when you take a big old swaller and put it back on, that shit is just social justice because you know you've screwed up as you're screwing it back. You fucked it all up, kid. Evan Williams is a mean son of a bitch. And Jim Beam, he's just a cunt.
I just want to, like, when you get done editing this,
yeah,
I want to know the transition from our normal speaking voices to our fucking thick Southern accents.
Yeah, we fucking wow.
It
we got,
does be happening sometimes.
We
and just the more alcohol a Southerner consumes, it is scientifically
the more
proven.
mud mouth they fucking
Yeah,
get.
the more alcohol a Southerner consumes, the closer the dial gets to early Kyler. We're just a couple of beers away from yeehaw at all times.
You give it too much longer, I'll start sounding like Boomhauer.
You give me 12 of these motherfuckers, and I'll be looking for a truck in a mud hole.
God damn it. Boy.
Oh, shit. We don't even need 12 of them. I'll fucking go now.
Let's get on out of here now. Don't touch the trim. Fucking.
I know where there's a good mud hole at.
I don't either. This is a concrete jungle out there. I'm out of my element.
Oh, I know where there's a mud hole.
I hadn't seen clay in 2 years.
What are you talking about? Your fucking backyard's got clay in it.
Red clay.
I'm pretty sure that was red, wasn't it?
Spinnable red clay. I can't even fit a truck back there.
You ain't tried.
I had to jump the pool.
You ain't tried hard enough, boy.
I've had too many creature comforts. I have a pool. That's not redneck. What's wrong with me?
Dude,
Well, no. You
weird
have
that realization is.
You have the most redneck pool, though.
You'll be talking
There's
about,
things living in that pool.
Yeah, it's a frog pond.
You'll be talking about your fucking struggles in life and motherfuckers will deal, but you have a pool.
You got a
Shut
pool
up.
in a man cave.
Shut up.
You do have a pool.
Your
in a
house
man
has 3
cave.
floors. Suck my dick.
Exactly.
Not a
This
pine
is exactly what I'm talking about.
Not a pine tree to be saw.
Not fucking allowed to have problems.
No, you're just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to. You have to just pop the teat of America out of your mouth for a minute, and
Just put down your white privilege for a second there.
sometimes you got to think about. You don't always have to think about your audience, but this is one of those times.
You know, it's kind of funny. You're going through the same thing I went through when we bought the house over there.
Yeah.
Y'all said the same shit. It's like, motherfucker, you bought a house. I don't want to hear it. It's like, fuck you.
I mean, fair.
Motherfucker, you bought a house with a pool. That's your goddamn problem, not mine.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
You bought a really awesome party house, dude.
I did.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Fucking super envious of your house. It's pretty cool.
Appreciate it.
You know,
I like it. I'm more envious of the shed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I like the shit too.
You know, we are a shed community.
Yeah,
if
you need
really
a
think
fucking
about it.
shed.
Yeah, you gotta have a shed. I'm like so sad that I don't have a shed yet.
Dude, the first house with me and Tammy, well, second house we lived in together. That's shit.
That
We
was a
spent
great
a
shed.
lot of fucking weekends partying in
A
it.
lot of weekends.
Like, a
Like-
lot of them.
We kept Yingling alive.
Bro, I did acid for the first time in that house.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. I sat staring at his kiddie pool with my phone in the pool, kicking the side of the pool,
Yeah.
just watching the pretty colors.
And then anytime somebody got close, he told them about it.
Look at those pretty colors, dude. Look at those.
The phone was waterproof. I knew that. They didn't know
I
that.
walked into a bar and there was a vegan, a welder, and Kevin tripping. I know because they told me.
every time you meet a Kevin, it's like, hi, I'm Kevin. Oh my God. When I listen back to this, I'm going to cringe so hard, for sure. It seems so funny right now.
fucking 3 half-drunk dumbasses speaking into a microphone.
Welcome to I'm not going to work tomorrow.
I'm not going to work tomorrow.
I fucking sure ain't. Dude.
I sure as fuck ain't either.
So glad. Man, fuck a Saturday job.
Yeah.
Well, I will be working.
I mean, I got a side job, but that's fucking different.
I gotta go to Lowe's.
I got a honey-do list about 6 miles long.
Yeah, I did.
I've had that for like a while.
I've had the same list for like 10 years now.
I got to stain. I gotta go to Sherwin-Williams. I gotta stain match that mantle I made for my daddy.
I'm so fucking tired of looking at the inside of that goddamn Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty good. Can they do like pretty accurate stain matching though?
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, that's all.
They have this little machine. They like stick it up to the thing you're trying to match, and it spits out a paint code, and then it makes it, and it's perfect. Pretty good.
That's pretty.
Sounds like they know what they do.
I think
they've had some time to work out some kinks and shit, you know.
All right, so yeah, I think this has been a successful podcast. We're at 3 hours 15 minutes.
I'd say it's a good one.
I think so.
Yeah.
We spoke.
Anything cool we want to go out on?
Ghost kitchens.
Ghost kitchens. A ghost in the kitchen?
No.
Kitchen without any folk in it.
Let me break this down to you.
All right.
So, like, if you're on, like, DoorDash or some shit, you see a restaurant.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That you ain't never heard of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's inside of another restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rogue chef. Just do what he wants.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese has one called Pasquale's Pizza.
Hooters got one.
Do they?
Yeah. It's called Howie's Burgers.
Fucking A.
TGI Fridays in the mall has one. Dumpling King or some shit like that.
It sounds so. That's pretty cool. A fucking rogue chef.
It's pretty fucking good. I'm not
fucking
even gonna
ghost kitchens, man. Shit's wild.
I like it. A ghost kitchen. Ghost kitchen would be a cool title for an indie film about something like that.
Yeah.
They'll just make sick ass hamburgers, sells them out of the Hooters to DoorDashers.
I'd eat that burger.
I'd watch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I did eat that burger. It was really
I'd
crazy.
eat that burger while watching that movie.
That burger. So, like, I ordered one of those burgers. I mean, I was hungover as fuck. I needed something quick. I took work off. I ordered from this giant. The ad promised enormous hamburgers, right? And I was like, well, let me get that shit. It's fucking crazy expensive. It's more expensive than anything else in the area. It shows up. Honestly, it doesn't look like much. It looks like I could have done this on my patio at Steeple Crest. You know what I mean? And then I take a bite. And this ugly little duckling is just a greasy, delicious swamp. It was so good.
You know,
and so bad at the same time.
I have this notion on a lot of food places and stuff. If it looks like shit,
it's probably full of MSG.
It's probably full of MSG. But if it's like this little greasy spoon, little hole in the wall, best fucking meal you ever ate.
Because they season their skillets still.
Like, if you're going to get robbed in the parking lot, them's the best wings.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that place by where I used to live over off of Wellborn, man, this little tiny place. It was called Oriental and Hot Wings.
That's why we call it risking it for the biscuit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Those were the best goddamn hot wings I've ever ate.
Fucking shit, bro. Give me a little shot of that to go out on, and then we'll call this a good one. All right, so
I'm just bringing you up to everybody else.
L'chaim.
L'chaim! Look, it's a real asshole. Look at that.
You look like you're in distress.
Yeah.
I don't drink a lot of whiskey. It was good. Tasted good.
I can drink it with a straight face.
I'm glad I can't do that anymore.
It's kind of not something to brag about.
Yeah,
No,
I used to
it's
could
kinda
do it
bad.
with. I used to could do it with vodka.
Oh.
I've ruined my life like that,
Fucking Captain Morgan Cannonball when someone's trying to fucking pull a prank on you.
dude. I could drink a liter of Aristocrat vodka without flinching, no face whatsoever, like it's water. And that's how I ruined my Mustang and my leg.
Yeah.
Had a GC fucking ask a guy that was on the job when I was supposed to be there.
Uh-oh.
Hey man, where's the fat guy with the bad leg?
Where's the fat guy with the bad leg?
Well, he's doing a podcast with 2 other fat guys.
Fucking, at least you got all the way away from the nose.
This is like,
Yeah, I mean,
this is redneck Jerry Garcia. All right, like just point blank.
Well, guys, I think it's been a successful podcast. I think
Absolutely.
we're back in the saddle.
oh yeah,
I think
Mhm.
we're
we're gonna try and stay in the saddle this time.
yeah. So we gotta settle on a date. We'll do that off camera. It'll kill the magic if they know when we record.
Yeah.
They-
Fuck that.
Don't be dating the shit.
No. Fucking this is happening in the dead of
I really,
whatever time you're listening to it.
I really just almost read the date and time and everything.
Let's see. It's September 14th, 2034.
11:59 p.m.
Yep. That's what the wormhole said.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm not going to work tomorrow.
I'm definitely not going.